Because I'm streaming, you're streaming. Would anybody like to do a recap for a little bonus here?
Well, I think I'll give it a shot. It's been almost, what, 6 months since I've done one?
Yeah. It's been a while.
You don't want Tog to do one, so please.
If I remember correctly, last week we got we started inside of the mansion that looked different on the outside than it was on the inside. We're right at the tail end of that, and we got to a staircase, and Sir Hadrian disappeared. We found out later that it was a demiplane or some sort of subplane that a creature made, a personal thing that is fixed of briars and is murky and just shit. It's a shit place.
It's
full of goat
it's
men.
just shit. It's full of
pocket dimension.
what do they call it? Fawns, I think, is it there? Fawns?
Satyrs.
Satyrs.
They're grumpy. They're annoying.
Yeah, we encountered. Well, actually, before we did that, we started our way deeper into the the briar forest, and randomly just came across music, and I think it was Sir Hadrian that got hit first.
And Artlocks.
And Artlocks. Sir Hadrian and Artlocks got hit first, no doubt because of his elf ears, and started dancing towards a Stonehenge like place. Then I got hit, and so did Perry. And it came down to Rebecca, and after the first round of combat, Rebecca was taken out of the combat.
Well, no, not necessarily, because I couldn't move, but I could fight.
I'm talking about maybe, yeah, but either way, we had to deal with
They're only moving unhinged,
uncontrolled, uncharmed.
Yeah,
dancing person.
Your eyes were all river dancing.
Yeah. So we all river danced around like a Stonehenge-like place against the central obelisk, and while doing that, we fought a rock creature. I forget what its exact name was.
It's called a Corrid. It was basically like a rock satyr, basically.
Yes. And also its hair, I think, that was cut by steel, so its hair became a sentient steel like coil that was fighting Rebecca, and also a summoned rock elemental at a certain point.
The first elemental you guys have fought in.
Yeah, no, that was scary as shit.
Kicked our ass.
Fire doesn't do a lot to a rock elemental.
Oswald's only approach to destroying things.
Luckily, Barry was there.
Yes.
Mr. DPS.
Perry was there, but he didn't hit anything for a long time because he was dancing away from everything.
Destroyed that rock.
Man, I had a lot of fun with that encounter with Otto's irresistible dance and all you guys just like jigging around.
Then, after we finished that, we talked with the satyr that was already inside of the Stonehenge-like area, and got him to take us to his village or settlement or whatever, and we spent the night there to regain all of our HP and our spells and everything, because that encounter fucked us a lot. Actually, Coswin got closest to death in that encounter. He was
a lot of failed saving.
He was one death saving throw away from having a new character join the party in the middle of this demiplane.
So it's like, okay, what kind of satyr do you want to be, Coswin?
And we ended the session going to a mansion that the person who created this demiplane, allegedly created this demiplane, lives in, or we think lives in, and Artlocks went out ahead with the damaged cloak of invisibility to try and do some scouting, because we heard some rumors of a beast patrolling the outside. And then he failed charisma saving throw, the one thing that he can do better than almost anyone else in the party. And he failed it by a lot, and he's now a mutated demon, Artlocks, who is deformed.
To put it into perspective, I get a +7 to charisma saving throws, and I failed.
So in terms of mechanics,
I rolled a 4.
Oh, actually, no, I have a better charisma saving throw than you. Oh,
yeah, because you've got a higher charisma because of the ring.
Artlocks is physically deformed. His speed is cut in half. He has disadvantage on all ability checks, saving throws and attacks that are based on strength or dex.
It doesn't affect his charisma, even though he's really ugly now.
It's not looks. Charisma. Well, I mean, charisma is not all your looks. Like the stats more
It's
just
how you
your
speak, how you wave
It
your
might
word.
affect it a
He
bit.
still has the voice of an angel. It's just coming out of the guy from RoboCop at the end.
Like if
It's coming
he
out
was
of
trying-
Paris Hilton in Meet the Spartans.
oh.
Paris Hilton like mixed with Morgan Freeman.
So like because he's so ugly right now, if Artlocks was trying to like seduce a dryad, he might have disadvantage because he's
Ugly.
He's a hideous beast. But I mean, like if he was just talking to someone, his rolls would be normal.
It's like
Well, and I mean, and I can heal every time we
mainly
long
do that.
rest, but that might not be until we're back in Rend. So
have to-
I'm going to
You
start
lost
this
charisma.
off by using my loot and casting invisibility on myself. You know, the real invisibility.
Okay, so you feel the horrible pains of your body disforming underneath you. You realize shit's going down. You bust out your loot and twang! You cast invisibility.
Power chord. And with that, I am now going to begin crawling away.
Just begging for the sweet release of death as you crawl away.
So in terms of where you are right now, you're basically like on the outskirts of a ruined cities. It's crumbled buildings, half walls, and streets filled with rubble. And you've cast invisibility on yourself. You've got the damaged cloak of invisibility over you, and you're just like combat crawling away from this. And behind you can hear the heavy like.
Yeah.
Of these big heavy footfalls, and every time it hits the ground you can feel the vibration underneath you, and you can see the little pebbles like vibrating on the ground around you.
Power chord with or without distortion. Maximum distortion.
Rebecca,
All
if I
Magical
remember correctly,
distortion.
you cast what was it?
Foresight? Clairvoyance, that one.
Yeah, clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance at on one of the highest towers.
Yep.
On like the Gothic mansion that you're near. And if I remember correctly, takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you've got a little ways to wait before you start getting sight through it. All right. Let's see. So, okay, Artlocks. As you're crawling away, you can see the flagstones underneath you starting to like give way, back to the earth, the dirt that is starting to overcome this fallen town here. You look behind you and you can see the back of the beast just
Plodding away.
moving parallel to your plane of travel. It has gone past the street that you had popped out from and has moved further on.
I'm just going to sprint it back to the guys.
What's your normal speed?
30, so it's at 15 right now.
So you're more hobbling back to us.
Yes,
So I mean, technically
All
you
I'm
could
seeing is that guy from
You are-
RoboCop.
no, you're the deformed Spartan from 300.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
which is the Paris Hilton in Meet the Spartans. Because it's a piss
well,
take
I've
of that
never
film.
actually seen Meet the Spartan.
Yeah, it's 300, but it's the piss take like sort of comedy version, and they have Paris Hilton as the deformed one.
Oh, that movie was horrible. I remember watching that.
Yeah, do you remember?
That was a piece of shit.
Yeah, it was like following on with Disaster Movie and Epic Movie. Epic Movie still being the better one of all of them.
I mean, carrying on from Scary Movie purposely.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, that's
That's
not
good.
appropriate.
That's
That's not the appropriate tune for this. But anyhow,
Wow, that was
Lexus comes back, playing his lute, just going.
okay. Okay, so are you just gonna make your way back through the field to where the rest of the party is camped, basically?
Well, I mean, Artlocks, you haven't even seen yourself. So you
No.
I can feel it though.
you know
yeah.
you know you're in horrible pain, but you don't.
Okay.
Ben, can I
you're
history
moving back.
check to see if I would know what that thing that just transformed me is?
Given your fate ancestry, yes, you can.
Yeah. Because...
And actually, yeah, because of Fey, I'll say advantage on that because of your Fey ancestry.
21.
You are fully well aware that what you saw was a cursed giant native to the Feywild, known as a Fomorian.
Oh, good! It was what I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Did you go scouring through the monster manual for that?
He did at the end of last
session.
Like,
do you not
he was
remember?
like, "What match is this? What match is this?"
And it just came up. I was like, "Oh dear." Oh fucking hell! So am I back with the party?
It'll take you a little bit long because it took you about like 3-5 minutes to crawl through the field in the first place. Take you about twice that to get back now. So about 10-20 minutes pass by where you guys you guys are watching for movement, and every once in a while you could see like the tall grass part just a little bit, moving slowly towards you. And after about 10 minutes, you see nothing because he's invisible.
I'm just gonna.
Are you gonna keep it that way, Artlocks?
Yeah.
I'm staying invisible for a while. Yeah. Until this spell runs out, which is an hour, so I've got another 40 minutes of invisibility.
Well, for your concentration, as long as that's.
You can drop it at will if you want.
Yeah, well, I know, but psst, Goswin. Goswin.
You just
Wand?
You just hear the voice coming.
Is that
from,
you, Wand?
from beside you.
It's Artlocks.
Okay.
I have a problem.
Dude,
Do you have an extra set of britches?
you're invisible, so I mean, you can
I'm
anywhere. You can go anywhere.
No. I ran into a Fomorian.
I don't know what that is.
They're a cursed giant, and now I've been cursed.
Okay.
I don't look like me. Please don't kill me.
Artlocks, I'm bright blue.
He's a fucking avatar.
And with that, I'm gonna be like dead in front of him and
Just right in your
invisibility.
So what?
Right, hold on.
You're
Roll for not murdering.
I'm on 4 HP right now as well, so I will.
So you're talking to me, and Cosmo's just like looking like this, just around trying to figure out where you're talking from.
and then
You uninvisible. Well, Cosmo looks forward, and this is just formed Artlocks from, and Cosmo just goes. Ah!
what you see in front of you is you could definitely recognize that it's Artlocks, but he's got one eye that is nearly bulged out of the socket, and the other one is almost swollen shut, so it's just this little slit. His skin has started to turn like an ashen gray, and there's these big, like, buboes looking black tumors erupting all over his body.
Cosmo makes a scream, then he goes, "No, you look great. You look good."
Ben,
Hold!
quick question.
Cosmo, Constitution saving throw.
Ben, has my spell gone off yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Coswin, you start feeling that, like, acidic bile taste in the back of your throat.
Hold on, I'm gonna go unrelated. Just get me.
Coswin starts retching into a nearby bush.
I hear none of this because I'm in my spell.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just sitting.
You are inside
in
your own mind, just waiting for the clairvoyance to overtake your mind. And as you do, all of a sudden you gain sight. You've got like a telescopic view from the top tower in this gothic manor, and you can.
Why didn't we do that first?
I don't know. You
Why
guys
you
make these
decided to
decisions,
go?
not me.
Guys, Artlocks is back.
Yeah, you all see the same thing. You see Artlocks standing there, hunched over, horrible visage standing there.
Ben, can I sense for evil or good?
Yes, you may.
Oh, do I sense anything?
You look at him, not immediately noticing that it's Artlocks. You go to ready nudge to attack the great beast. You then go into that momentary hesitation, and you get that pleasant ode to Artlocks smell wafting back off of him. You definitely don't get the evilness. You don't sense evil coming, and you smell a little bit of his cologne.
Goes into bag of holding, gets out perfume, sprays it.
It makes me feel pretty.
So I'm stuck like this until I find a way to heal myself.
How are you going to be able to heal yourself?
Lots and lots of rest and not looking in mirrors.
Ointments and perfumes.
And probably
So yeah, there is a Fomorian. From my history check, Ben, how much do I know about them? Do I know everything, or?
I mean, you only rolled a 12.
21.
No, you rolled with advantage. You rolled 21.
Right, advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah, he got advantage on that. Let's see.
I mean, as in, would I know their like what they were? Would I know?
You know their history. You know what they were. That they were a race of magically inclined giants native to the Feywild, who thought that they should lord over the realm. Basically, they warred with all the other races, and
They were punished.
in their hubris, they were. They were, they thought they were the most beautiful species of giants there were, and in their own hubris and their violence, they were cursed, and they turned into the Fomorians. You know that they, they speak Giant and Undercommon, is what languages they speak, and they are, even with their horribly mutated eyes, they are very perceptive. And they are capable of passing on the curse.
So yeah, I say that.
If you had gotten a crit on that, you probably would have known how to the specifics of the curse. But
Yeah, I just know that they
quite
can
high
pass
enough.
on their curse, and
Can I do a history check to see if I know anything about the curse, how to cure it? I used to be during my history thing. I was a tribe, so I might have learned about it on my travels.
Specifically checking to see if you know how to cure a Fey curse.
well, what's your deity again, Parry?
Hermes, the messenger god.
Is it? Oh, that's.
I'm gonna have to say.
This is information. My guy likes that.
It's true, but this is a weird.
Are
bit
you
of information.
trained? Are you trained in medicine?
I trained in medicine. 1 second. No, I'm not.
I'm gonna say no on that then.
I'm trained
Cosmin
in
is.
history.
I'm trained in medicine.
Cosmin,
Yeah,
Yes.
Cosmo.
roll medicine.
Remember, I
medicine.
performed Togs. Well, I performed the
You
abortion.
performed Tog's abortion.
Aquilus' abortion.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Anybody who's trained in medicine can take a check to see if they know how to cure this fate.
All right, Artlocks, I
Under
have a
Aquilus
0
did,
in
I
wisdom,
venture in.
and this is a wisdom-based skill. So good luck. 12.
No, not. You don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm not
This
gonna.
is-
I'm sorry, Artlocks, but I'm not gonna waste Ben luck on that.
You're more
Fine.
accustomed to like poultices and teas made of herbs and
Fake
medicines found in
herbs
the
is-
wild on the material plane. This is a curse. This is a magical curse native to the Feywild. Unfortunately,
I never took
this is
Fey
beyond your
101. That
expertise.
was an elective. I didn't.
You probably took Fey 101, but you probably never went into the
The advanced courses.
never went to 102.
Mostly
never
just
got
fire.
away.
I took a lot of fire control courses.
I have this is a totally unrelated question, but it's just reminded me of something. Ben, if we wanted to learn languages, how would we go about that?
If you wanted to learn another language, that would be a downtime activity
Okay.
over the course of probably at least a few months, and you would
Yeah.
need to. And then the time it would take would be modified based on how you were trying to do it. If you were like teaching yourself from a book, it would take longer than if you hired a teacher.
Okay, cool. That's just what I wanted to know, because I was thinking, I speak Elven, but I don't speak Sylvan, and that's come up a lot. I mean, I've got the spell tongue, so I can.
Isn't
touch
Sylvan
myself.
just like the Latin version of elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So it's like, yeah. So I was thinking,
Basically.
okay, if I buy some books, I might be able to pick it up.
So
Yeah,
just a question, Ben, because I was already thinking about this before. Because I spent like however many downtime months we had during the time jump, like getting to know the magical users in Karna. I know some high level wizards or magical practitioners in Karna, right?
yes.
Yes. Okay. Then there's a good chance some of them might have Cure Curse as a spell they can do, especially maybe a
You know
wizard
what?
I know.
That was one of the spells I could have taken if
I'd have to dig out the notes on Karna, but you know that Flockus, which is the guy that you dealt with several times, the magical practitioner, has basically a monopoly on trade in magical goods there. You know that Dinkit is a contact that can do underground sorts of things and has been known to procure items.
Well, I didn't mean
prices.
magical practitioners as in people who can cast magic.
There is a temple to Palor in Karna that does have a. I don't have his name right in front of me right now because it's in my notes in my binder here, and we're not in Karna at the moment, so I didn't have those out. There is a priest to Palor, the Non-Father, in Karna, who is a decent level magical practitioner.
All right, Artlocks. I don't know how to fix this, but I might know somebody who does know how to fix this potentially.
Yeah.
Good,
okay. Cool.
We might not want to go straight back home when we get home.
Yeah, understandable. And well, we can always.
We may want to put you in a cart with a covered top and just.
I mean, I could just hunch over in the cart with the tattered invisibility cloak on, and
He's the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
The Hunchback of Red.
I mean, if we could fix my mask, we could always just put that on your face.
Just need a bell tower now.
Okay. Anyway, on to the matter at hand. That there's one of these things that we probably need to defeat to get into the castle.
Why do we need to kill everything some days? Just.
I mean, I want vengeance right now. So.
I mean, you don't have to kill things. That's all this killing is 100.
Okay.
Well,
The
most
only
of the time it's
other
completely up to
option
you
is I
guys.
now go talk to it with no health.
You speak either of the languages
I
it
can
knows?
use my spell tongues to touch myself and therefore
Yourself.
yes, touch myself with tongues. Okay.
I don't know.
You are one flexible half elf.
I've got a high acrobatics skill.
My.
You guys see Artlocks walk behind a tree.
But
and
yeah,
start
that
going,
would be the
"Oh."
Yeah, I could probably just get past them by turning into a goat.
You can't speak it though.
Oh.
Tongues means you can understand a language, but you can't speak Undercommon or Giant.
Yeah.
You know, maybe walk past as a goat. They won't care. They'll be like, oh, it's just a
So,
goat.
Well, when the
You
target
wouldn't be able
speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear that language understands the target, what it says.
When the target speaks and the creature that knows at least one language and can hear that target understands what it says.
Yeah.
So if it talks to you, you can understand it.
Yeah. It works like TARDIS.
Well,
Any spoken language it hears.
So
you have to hear
they
the,
have
you would
to,
have to
they
hear
have
the
to
language
speak
spoken.
first. Yeah, they have
Yeah.
to speak first, and then I gain the ability to speak their language.
did it look talkative last time?
I'm like, we're good.
I'll say that's fine. That's a good interpretation of this spell.
Yeah.
Or we could.
But it would have to speak. It would have to speak first. It's kind of like the universal translator in like Enterprise. You need a little bit of you need to get the target to speak a little bit, and then it'll kick in.
Unless
Yeah, it's-
unless they don't want to have Hoshi be a principal character in that episode, then it works.
Yeah. Unless they have plot
Sorry,
on it, then it's fine.
That was a Star Trek joke. Don't worry about it.
I did watch Star Trek Discovery, by the way.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Is it?
Well, the main character has 2 settings: brooding and muteness.
Yeah, that character has is schizophrenic. Michelle Yeoh's in it, which she was great, but the problem is that her character's dead.
Yeah, no, that's my biggest problem. They're like, oh, hey, look, we got a.
I loved her character, and then they were just
a female Asian captain. It's a groundbreaking. Now she's dead, and she's dead. She's still in there for 2 episodes.
Well, by any chance, did you?
Maybe they couldn't afford her. She's pretty expensive.
It seemed like they copy and... But we're just going to go off this tangent really quick, and then we'll move on. It seemed to me like they copy and pasted plot points and scenes from the JJ verse and put them into this one. And we're just like, hey, that worked pretty good over there. Let's just change the characters, but film the exact same scene.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm expecting by the end of this first season, the Beastie Boys are going to show up at least once.
Right, let's continue.
Let's move on.
What's the plan, guys?
I mean, we could just go try killing it.
What do I
mean, I'll need to heal first.
Okay, Rebecca.
Is there no other way?
Rebecca, you're on like a telescopic mount, basically. Yep. Are you specifically looking for anything?
I am looking for more of the creatures that we saw.
You can see... Roll a perception check for me with advantage.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. You could see one large form moving through wide streets in this ruined town. You can see it just slowly...
Yeah, are there any other creatures?
Methodically. You don't see anything else.
Okay, second.
Moving.
I'm going to be looking for ways into the manor. Like, I assume, if I remember correctly, the way you described it, there was a fence around the manor itself.
It's kind of built up a little bit, like on a bit of a precipice, and there is a large, like very formal-looking stairwell that leads up, and then there's like buttressed arches over like a large section that clearly leads into like an entryway into it. But from because you're on like a tower of the mansion, so you can see like straight down, but you can't see around to the other sides and stuff like that. That's basically what you could see from that, vantage point.
Okay. All right, so I'll also be looking from there. Are there any, like... It was common in medieval times to have drainage from the sides of wealthy places. Would there be, like, any noticeable, like, water drainage system that's going out of the manor?
Not that you can see.
Okay. All right, then I'll spend my action and change from seeing to hearing.
Okay, your vision goes dark, but all of a sudden you can hear faint breeze moving past your magically teleported ears, basically. And you can hear the of these thunderous footfalls as they move through the town.
Okay.
Slow and methodical.
Artlocks, I have a question. Do you have an illusion spell?
Yeah, I think I got minor.
Just minor?
Yeah, at the moment. I've never used it, so I never thought to grab major.
Yeah, minor illusion. You'd be able to create like the visage of like a small.
How big is
it'd be stationary?
How big is a satyr? How tall is it?
It's like 2-3 feet tall.
Wow,
it's like the size of a gnome.
Except more annoying, if that was even physically possible.
He's still there, by the way, like leaning up against a tree, like.
Oh yeah, we have that cannon fodder that went with us. Oh well, also
he's got his eyes. He's got his eyes stuck on Artlocks, and he's got his little notebook out.
Hold on. We could. I could create an image of a satyr that was running away from the creature and draw it away, and then we go in behind. Then the rest of you guys go around.
I'm also going to dispel my spell after I've got what information I could get, and then stand up, turn around to Artlocks, and we're just kind of.
I will say though that those creatures aren't stupid.
Well, it doesn't have to be. Well, that's the thing, though. It's still. I'm very good at magic.
Okay.
I'm not very good at sneaking.
Check.
You have minor illusion, Roach, or do you have major?
Minor illusion, but a minor illusion can still create an image of an object that is up to 5 feet in a cube, and a satyr's, would you say, 3 or 4 feet, so that it would be tall enough.
Yeah, you can make a minor illusion of a.
It can't create sound, smell, light, or any sensory impact, but it will look correct. Physical interaction will reveal it, but it can pass through things. So what I'm thinking is I just create it right at the edge of its sensory and start running away from it. If it gets,
I don't think you can make it move. I think it would be stationary.
Does that actually say that?
It doesn't specify, but I think major illusion does.
Again, minor flaw.
Yeah. Major illusion specifically says you can make it move. Minor illusion doesn't specify, so I'm going to say minor illusion is stationary.
I still create a sound out of its direct line of sight. Like what? Like footsteps.
I think you can create a sound or an image.
Yeah, so I'm saying I can create a sound out of its line of sight, like satyr hoof steps, getting louder, stopping, then getting quieter as they're running away when it gets close to them, and then maybe that'll be enough. I mean, what else do we? Oh, do we want to fight this thing? Look what it did to Artlocks.
No.
I mean, no, but...
Speaking of what happened to Artlocks, you hear a very undignified scream.
Yeah, you can make those noises for a minute. You just have to be within 30 feet
I
of
mean,
where you're casting it
all
from,
we'd have to
where you
do
want
is
it.
find a way to blind it. It's got one eye.
It's got 2 eyes. One's huge. One's like that. It's a little, you're like a mirror image of it.
Yeah,
basically.
well,
It's got
okay,
this one
so-
big bulbous one, and then one little like slit eye.
If we find a way to blind it, we'll be fine. Or you guys will.
Just fire like a fireball into its eye.
I mean, I've got this pulls out longbow.
And it's not a fireball's not that accurate. It's more of an area of effect thing. A fire bolt, like maybe, but I'd have to be pretty accurate, and I'm not that accurate.
If we all hit it with
like,
a
if you're-
ranged weapon, like targeting its face.
For the sake of mechanics here, we've used this before, but I'm gonna specify. If you're doing a called shot,
Yeah.
your attacks are gonna be with
Disadvantage.
either disadvantage probably or an AC buff to them. Most likely disadvantage.
Does anyone have any light-based magic? Sunbeam, daylight, anything like that? No, right.
I'm
Great.
just light. I have light as a cantrip.
Yeah, he's got light.
I was gonna say if we could see this is where my idea of imbuing a rod of like metal with the sunbeam or the light or the daylight
The
spell.
flashbang.
Yeah, the flashbang would have come in perfect. Would have come in perfectly. Just crack that son of a bitch
You know
and throw it
what?
over the wall.
I can't wait until you make this thing, and then one of you. Have you ever seen like the clips of like reservist training, and then the guy at the front of like a room clearing team goes to throw the flashbang in, and it hits the door
Dinks
frame
off
and
the
bounces
door.
back outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get murdered.
No.
Cover your eyes and ears.
I had a really cool idea for my Starfinder character. It's kind of a grenade thrower guy that's like that. It's like a...
Grenadier from XCOM.
Yeah, I was kind of doing a combination of that and... Has anyone played League of Legends?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
You know the
Long time
character
ago.
Singed?
Yes.
Mix. Well, he's basically got a giant shield and throws acid flasks at people.
So we don't have anything to blind it directly, except getting lucky and hitting it. And can anyone here actually use a longbow?
Me.
Yes.
I can make it laugh.
I've got a crossbow and a longbow on me.
Wait,
You got a lot of shit on you.
Does
You got a
anyone
map.
use a ranged,
Wait,
can
yes,
anyone
that's
use a
what-
ranged weapon? I can make him laugh.
No. No, she means you can make the creature laugh, and that
Yeah.
incapacitates it. And when you
Yeah, I
laugh,
get it.
your
The
eyes
question
are
you were
like
asking
closed.
was just, I thought, funny.
But then
Well,
it
what the
has
hell
to
happens
fail
to
a
that monster?
wisdom. It
What
has
if
to
he's
fail
sitting
a
there
wisdom.
going like this?
Yeah, but he's still incapacitated, so he can't focus. Also, Artlocks, you're going to have to explain to me what the fuck is wrong with you.
It's
It's
a fake
Artlocks.
curse given to me by Fomorian. That's the one.
What the
Sadly,
hell's a
by this-
Fomorian?
They're a load of
debating.
giants. They're a race of giants from the Feywild. They used to be the most beautiful and handsome race like ever, and they decided, hey, we're so beautiful, we should be in charge. So they warred against all of the Feywild, and for their crimes, they no, I don't think they lost, but a load of people cursed them, and now they're the ugliest creatures, and they have the ability to spread their curse. Is what they did all over my face.
Oh, so they made the pretty elf boy ugly.
Yeah.
Right.
If
Sadly,
we-
by this
ironic.
time, Hadrian's just given up on being surprised by anything that happens with you fuckers. He's just like, oh well, yep, okay, normal day with this group.
What will
Yeah.
Daddy think of you now?
All right, so we could blitz them. We could blitz him with a Tasha's hideous laughter from both of our spellcasters that can do it because
Like utility spellers.
yeah, by both
You
of
know
you
what would-
guys, and that could incapacitate it, and then we could leave it.
And then just run away. Yeah.
What do we care about the rest of this place? For all there's no other way out of here. It has to be in there.
And it's
Yeah.
not concentration. And it doesn't go away.
So our flashbang's just going to be a good joke.
Yeah.
It'd be a
Exactly.
damn good joke.
It's going to be. Now the problem is that he has to fail a wisdom save.
Yes.
Something like that. What did the beautiful giant say to the elf? Smoke bomb!
I mean, there is one other thing we
Pocket
could
sand.
do.
Pocket
Artlocks.
sand
It might not hurt you since, I mean,
Now you're
Look like
ugly
it.
as it.
I mean,
have
this thing
this,
still has
and
a car.
Coswin takes out his bag that has dust, that has glass dust in it.
What are you going to put a
could
bag
get-
on his head?
He's like 30 feet tall.
Well, I mean,
Pocket glass?
that's an option. It's an option, Artlocks. You could pocket glass it, and
You just get a little step
Why am
ladder
I
on
out
it.
its eyes.
4 hit points?
because you look like
You
it,
could
You
fly.
look like it.
and you can fly.
I can't fly.
Yes, you can. You're loot.
No, I
No,
used
we can't.
invisibility to get away.
Oh, and that's once per day.
Do we have to go
Once
back to the
per
fawn?
day.
Do we have to go back to the fawn village?
We could just send the fawn in and have him run distraction.
He
I
looks
mean,
up at you and he
will
goes,
will this thing be affected by sleep?
Sleep is based upon how.
Count
I'm trying to describe this in a not a medic.
He's a fake.
Its vitality is tied directly to how close it'll sleep. If it's 30 feet tall, I'm going to guess it's going to take a little bit more than a sleep spell to knock it out.
Like, you could put like an entire daycare center to sleep with your spell, but you'd have trouble with a giant.
Also, it could be possible that since he's a fey creature, he might have resistance of some kind, like how some elves do.
That's a good point. I still think the best option is either we blitz them with laughter.
Blitz with laughter.
Blitz with laughter. That's going in a quote section.
Yeah.
Also, quickly, because we're taking so much time with this, can we say it's a short rest?
Yeah,
We're just sitting.
Okay,
talking.
cool. I'm
because you guys
using-
you're just sitting and
using
talking.
this.
Like, so if you guys want, you can you got Song of Rest. You could use hit die to heal up.
Also,
That's just for
Artlocks.
Artlocks.
Artlocks, did it chase you after you started to flee? Or did it
I
continue
went
along?
invisible. It couldn't see me anymore.
Well, it doesn't mean it couldn't hear you. And obviously some form
It
of
went back
invisibility.
into the city.
Okay, so it might.
Like, in terms of mechanics, what happened was there was 2 roads that intersected. Artlocks stuck his head out
It saw him.
behind a building. It saw
Oh,
him. He
fuck a duck.
snuck back in. He went back the way he came, and then it kept trucking.
Well, remember, Artlocks, you can spend your hit dice.
How many?
Up to half your level.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can spend as many as you want.
Yeah, as many as you want. You just win a long rest, you regain up to half. So it'd probably be a good idea to spend half your hit dice. You should have 6.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
So do that 2 more times, and that'll be.
You can roll other numbers, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I have a theory, gentlemen. I wonder if this creature only follows a certain set path that its master has laid down.
I mean,
It's got bad AI programming.
Like bad AI programming, exactly.
Well, if it does, then we can definitely blitz it with Toss's Hideous Laughter. And,
I could also, what I could do with my owl is...
No
send
birds,
it
remember.
I know no birds, which means that more than likely it will acknowledge the fact that it's there. Which means that...
draw it into a trap by
we
using...
could draw it into a trap, or test my theory to see if it's right.
Hey, Midge, or Artlocks, can I borrow your quill and a piece of paper, please?
Yeah, sure.
Also, with no realistic
Out
threat to
bag.
us.
Thank you.
Artlocks gets this stuff out of his bag.
I like how we're spending so much time debating on the plan, but we all know that it's going to go to shit as soon as
It's gonna
it
go
happens.
tits up as soon as we round the corner. There's gonna be 17 of them, and
No
they're just
plan
gonna stare at
survives
us.
contact with the enemy.
Hey, she's just gonna look up, say, continue planning, and continues to write a letter.
What are you writing? Its last will and
Is it
testament?
Will?
No, just in light of recent
dearest
events.
Matilda.
Recent events have brought to light certain things that I feel need to be said to a certain someone.
Who is that?
None of your damn business.
I'm gonna fight for the old hills of Georgia.
What are we, Confederate separatists now?
For the old
That's-
red hills
that's-
of home.
That's a bit redundant, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Confederates were separatists, so it doesn't... You can't really be one without being the other.
Well, yeah, you can be a separatist without being a Confederate.
No.
Yeah, but being a Confederate separatist.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I mean, no, he's right, because there are like Californian separatists and Texan separatists that want to be independent. For
Also, I'd like to
Pacific
point
State.
out that there were separatist movements in the Confederate States of America during the
All
Civil
right,
War.
let's get back on topic here. What's the plan, guys?
I say we just fucking blitz it, because we've got 2 chances of it, and then Coswin can do whatever his mumbo jumbo magic can do, and then we send Slayer Hadrian and Perry.
That's
in to
not
beat
a
the shit
lot.
out of it.
That's not a lot, Rebecca. Okay, I can hurt things. I can't do anything else. I just hurt
Alright.
things.
We can try and
He's not
stop it, or you can.
I'm not a
hurt it.
utility caster. I don't have.
Hello, that's my job.
Yes,
That's
it's
our
our
I
job.
boss.
have 1 utility spell, and that's counter spell. And I only took that because no one else can.
I have it.
Well, before you came here, no one else could. So that's
Exactly.
I mean, I can.
I say we try and blitz it.
All in favour?
I mean, not particularly. It seems really.
Parrot, what do you
really
think?
bad
You haven't
idea.
talked in almost 20 minutes.
That's because he's dead.
Oh.
He's dead, Jim.
He's just
Harry?
laying up against a tree dead.
He's
Everyone's
talking. We're okay.
He's
There we go.
That's how it will end. It will just end with us all. It turns out we're all
What
just
is-
dead.
What is your plan? Do you have anything to contribute? What's your plan? Anything?
It doesn't sound like there's much choice.
This doesn't
From the
sound like there's a very
information
good plan. to
What
this
can you
option.
do? What spells do you have? Is there anything you can contribute in terms of the spell pool?
Nothing that I can contribute. No, if there was, I would have said. That's the problem. I don't have really much to contribute in this type of situation.
Yeah.
My main thing is hitty. That's
He
that's my.
smites things.
That's my
hitty
stuff.
hitty. Got it.
He could do hitty hitty and goaty goaty, and that's about it.
I smite
Smashy
things.
me.
It's not a vibrant life,
Hitty,
but it's my life.
goatee.
I can hit things and touch myself. That's my way of thinking.
I mean,
a lot of that
couldn't
going
Parry,
around.
couldn't Parry draw it over as a goat? Go back.
I mean,
smash
it's not a fake goat. He's the goat. So what
He
happens when it
literally
looks
is a
at him?
That's why I didn't say that,
it's
because I
not
thought the same thing. I thought, but then it's just me. I might as well just be stood there.
it. But Parry's got quite high charisma.
So did you.
To it.
Your charisma's higher than Perry's.
No, it's the same.
To use,
it's the same.
shall I use
Yeah.
the thing that makes him tell the truth? the zone of
that
truth.
wouldn't prevent him from
Midge,
killing
what about
you.
hypnotic pattern? You took that, didn't you?
Yeah.
This is what I mean, though. In this situation, I can't think of many of my skills that would be very useful here. That's why I haven't added anything to the plan.
I can cast.
I'm assuming you guys use me.
Hypnotic pattern's 120 feet range.
and I
And
can.
what specifically does it do? What specifically does it do?
Oh, I just realized it is what you have a curse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not a disease.
It's a curse.
It's not
It's a
disease.
curse. It's the you couldn't cure me of my blue skin. You can't cure him of his hunchback.
Yeah.
Making sure.
Like cure disease, would work really well on like Aquilius's abortion kind of thing, parasites, bacteria, viruses.
Though in the future, Perry, you might be able to get cure. You might be able to cure curse or lift curse or something like that. Maybe. So maybe it's,
I can
restoration.
cure diseases right now. It's only because you said that it spreads, so I thought maybe it was like some sort of disease possibly that spreads.
spread over. I think what was it? A mind link. So I don't think it's biological in nature.
Hey, it could be. Vulcans had something like that.
Oh, does
So
anybody
did the
want to
Cylons too in the third season.
A quick question there, Ben. Because we're in the Fey world, do the giants count as Fey? Like, is everything in here technically a sub Fey, or they just their own
so
we're in
thing?
a
far,
pocket dimension.
You
Or
guys
a
are
giant
not-
Fey.
Yeah. The creatures you guys have experienced so far have been Fey creatures.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are not in the Fey wild. You are in basically a pocket dimension that someone created for a specific purpose.
Is a giant Fey?
It is a giant.
Giant.
It is a giant, and it is a.
So it's a normal sized person.
I can protect people from Fey.
How
Now you meant it.
Protection from good and
Protection from
evil.
evil and good.
is Fae? What are Fae?
These
What
types
else?
of disadvantages on
It
attack
gives you-
rolls
Fey
against
aren't-
the target. The
Fey
target
are
also can't be
specifically good
charmed,
or
frightened, or
evil.
possessed.
So this.
It gives you
What- what is-
protection
what was-
from Fae, Celestials, and undead.
Durations, fiends, and undead.
Yeah.
So you
Put it
can
up in front of
specify
me right now.
Fae.
Hmm.
But we're not sure though, because this Fae could be evil because it's cursed Fae.
Artlocks. You,
It says
'cause
Fey.
You got a good history check.
Yeah.
Mechanically
It says to be good or bad, Fey.
This is a giant.
Mechanically speaking, this is a giant. Okay.
Mechanically speaking, this is a giant, and while it's from the Fey Wild, I had to check here. It is not technically a Fey creature. It is a giant.
Okay.
That's why I just wanted to ask. I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
Because I assumed
I
that,
have
but
no
I thought
issue-
maybe.
with a 21 on history, I have no issue taking that right out of the DM. The monster.
As they're asking me what my character can do, then yeah, my character can't really help much. Unless
Gary,
you want me
what
to
was
turn into
the-
a goat in some way.
What was the range on detect good and evil? Yeah, detect good and evil. What was the range on that?
It's not
My sense, good and evil.
Yeah, that one.
Check. And I haven't actually thought about how far it can go.
Yeah, I hadn't either, but is it 100? I think it's 100 feet.
Fine sense. 60 feet.
60 feet, okay. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to sense the Fomorian from where you are, because it's a couple hundred meters away. Had to metric it up for Perry.
Okay, I
Bad
guess
that I was just sat there doing research for a backup character again.
Oh, I could eat the giant.
What?
yeah, you could be a goat, and
Goat.
that would.
My goat gives me no, I'd have to be a goat. When worn, the wearer can eat anything and be sustained by it and find it delicious.
you're
So
going
he'd be
to just
delicious
go
to
and
me.
Aren't
find
you a
evil.
paladin? Your option is to eat your enemy.
I'm just telling you what my options are if you need
You just-
anything.
Less paladin,
Like I said,
more
I
witch
didn't think there's
doctor.
anything that I have that's useful right now.
Putting it on the table.
It's like a
bite
Skyrim
attack?
spellcaster or something. Just like
Like,
this giant's toe. Like a good poison.
Like just if you tried to bite someone, I mean, it would be like a D4 damage unless you had anything else to modify it with. It wouldn't be that large damage to bite someone.
Okay, I think we're all agreed the best option we have is to blitz it with laughter. Or
Do you
kill
want
it.
me to hypnotic pattern it or try?
I mean, you could hit Mac pattern it, but it's got to make a wisdom save?
Yeah, which is the same.
Either
as...
way.
Okay. So how many of this can we do? We can do Tasha's Hideous Laughter twice, and 1 hypnotic pattern. So we have 3 shots at knocking this thing out.
They're both concentration.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you fail, though, I mean, it's not going to matter. So
statistically, I should hit it with this first.
No, Tasha's not a concentration, is it?
No, sure it's not.
Oh, is it not?
Concentration.
It's just, I'm pretty sure it's just repeat saving throw at the end of each turn.
It's 1 action, range 30 feet. They repeat the saving throw.
But so also, still statistically, it's better to hit it with hypnotic pattern first because we can hit it from further away.
Yeah, and then if it starts getting closer, we'll blitz it. Okay,
and considering I have lowered movement right now.
Yeah, so once that happens, if we get it down, and it's either laughing or it's looking at the pattern, we need to run for the...
Oh, disgusting.
What?
Is that a Coca-Cola lip balm?
This is what I see coming from
Coke Vanilla
all the time. He eats nothing but the disassembled components of bread. He drinks nothing but cranberry juice, and his lips taste like Coca-Cola all the time.
It's Coca-Cola. It's Coke Vanilla. It's great.
Oh, great! It tastes like Coca-Cola had sex with a fucking pastry. What the? It's horrible.
Anyhow,
all right. So how far from us is the main manor?
There's about 300 feet of open field. Then there's about 100, depending on where you hit it. There's this about 100 to 150 feet of alleys and roads and destroyed buildings. Then there's like 20 feet up a staircase, and then you're there.
How long does Tasha's Hideous Laughter last, and how long does Hypnotic Pattern last?
A minute for Hypnotic Pattern.
Duration up to a minute, also for Hideous Laughter.
All right, how far can Artlocks get in a minute?
Not very far.
He can move if he's
15 feet every 6 seconds. 50 or 30 feet every 6 seconds.
No, I'm 15.
Well, yeah, but sprinting is double.
But if you're sprinting,
yeah, but if I had to do spells, I wouldn't be able to sprint.
Well, if you had a concentration spell up, you'd be able to sprint still.
Yeah, but is what I'm saying. The actual casting, I'd have to cast then.
So for like one action, one turn in this.
Yeah, I'm talking about after we get it, because if we don't get it, and this plane goes to shit, and we're gonna have to fight this thing, then it's just a sprint to the house. I'm saying, how far can Artlocks get in a minute? Which is our best option
30,
here.
a turn, a minute is 10 turns, so 300 feet.
300 feet. How fast is this thing? Does Rebecca would know because she saw it moving.
It's normal. It moves at about the same pace that like a normal human would.
Yeah.
No.
It just seems. It appears slower because it's bigger. But that slowness
it takes these big long strides.
Yeah. Its slowness is deceiving.
So it can move about the same speed as, a normal human.
Does anyone have caltrops?
I do!
Okay, that's good.
Pulls out caltrop bag.
That's good. So we toss them behind us when we think, because...
Borkvarrd did.
Borkvarrd's a vampire, Ben.
Yeah.
Or a werewolf. We're not sure. Something's wrong with him.
You don't know what he is.
We're gonna kill him for it sooner or later once we find out what it is.
I think you missed a trick as well, Ben, with what you designed his banner to be. You had it as the tentacle and the thing. I said it should have been a ladder.
Oh!
It should have been 2 crossed ladders with the head of Kesselmund in the middle.
yeah. A donkey head and 2 crossed ladder. Or just a donkey with, a crude outline of a donkey with a ladder horizontally across the back.
So, are we all good for this plan? We go in, we blitz it with whatever control spells we can. If it goes down, we start sprinting. Once we're sure, or we think, that the creature has shrugged off the effects of such an attack, Rebecca will drop caltrops behind us, and we keep going. And our final goal is to get inside that house. Now, just so we know ahead of time, if that house is locked, what is the plan?
Oh man!
Harry nudges the door down.
Yeah, Parry nudges the door down.
So
I don't think we should even take the chance. I think Perry should just just run up and nudge
Don't
it
even
out.
try to lock it. Let's try just start bashing it in. And go.
Is your cat on the desk, Ben?
There's like a little family.
I just
inside.
put a picture up in tabletop chat. Well, it's uploading right now, but this is me trying to DM right now.
Quick, read notes.
What does it say? What does it say?
It's not open. Trust me, it's not open to anything that's gonna help you out right now.
It's so cute.
That looks like my cat. Is it like a gray color?
Yeah, he's gray and he's got white underneath.
Looks like my cat,
So
but he's asleep right now.
Anyway,
Lazy bastard.
if we do get into combat as well, I'm staying the fuck away. I'm going ranged, like full on for this.
If you're already cursed, is that
did
really
you
a big
modify
deal?
your GM screen, Ben?
You'd be closer.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I noticed that. That's
I've got like, but no,
I
I've
printed
got
out
lower
other
health.
information
and-
that I thought was important, and I just taped it really flat over sections that I didn't care about.
I didn't
so
even
that I
notice
had-
that at first. I thought that was a real thing. But yeah, your first and third panel. Yeah. Sorry, I always find that interesting. I like, but so okay, we do the first part of the plan. We get to the door. Fuck the door handle. Perry just bashes it in.
I mean, we
Now,
can
what
try
happens-
it first, just in case it's some portal bollocks again.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Now, what happens if the creature comes after us into the house?
We slow it again, because we'll be able to do our spells again probably by then.
Okay. All right.
Failing that, we...
How big's the door on this house, Ben?
No one's seen
Just
it.
glass, I was going to say.
From
This thing's
Rebecca's
30 feet
vantage
tall,
point,
right?
Yeah, from Rebecca's vantage point, what she saw was like an overhang leading outwards that was supported by like stone buttressed arches.
Okay, we might be able to make it, even with the door closed, even with the door broken down. I don't think it'll be able to get through if it's a normal door.
Okay, let
Satyr, what's his name? What's the Satyr? What's our Satyr tag-along's name?
Oh,
I forgot.
That is invite. Sorry, cat.
Hadrian's gonna look up and ask
Florian.
Artlocks.
I'm
Do you have
sorry.
any,
What was that?
His name's Florian.
Florian.
That came up last time. Yeah.
Florian.
Florad.
Yes, sir.
He looks up at you with his his like the end of a quill in his teeth. What?
The person that lives here. Has any of your kind ever seen him?
He comes and he goes.
Okay. All right. Is he as big as Artlocks, Sir Hadrian, me, Rebecca, or is he larger?
He looks across to you, all of you. When his eyes go past Artlocks, he kind of like winces a little bit and he goes, he's not as big as you, and he points to you, Coswin, but he's bigger than you are right now, and he points to Artlocks, somewhere in between.
Okay, good. All right, we're good. So it's obviously a normal house. So the door should be nice. The door should be small enough that, unless it breaks down the front of the building, I think we're good.
Hadrian, what did you need?
Do you have any wax?
Yeah, I've got a wax seal on my ring as well, if you want.
Well, I need the wax for my ring.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Could you spare me some wax?
What color would you like? I've got silver, gold, or red.
Red's fine.
It's red.
Gold's the best.
Ben, I always knew a cat was the real master.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, literally.
He's the one who's doing all
Gold
this.
is the best.
Yeah, I put the notes down in front of him, and whichever plot point he licks, that's what you guys end up with.
Yes, I like this one,
Don't ask Tom why he actually has sealing wax.
So let's go with that plan. And I think we're good, right? Unless we want to wait here longer for Artlocks to feel better about himself.
I'm good. Well, I think it's now or never. I'd rather not stay in a pocket dimension for too long.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we've already spent the night here, so whatever's happened has already happened.
It's not as much as 3 days that we did last time, or 4 days. That became 4 months.
Also, I I don't really like the idea of getting the same curse that Artlocks has.
Okay.
Really,
Well, I mean,
I'm not hoping we don't get that.
I hope you realize, Perry, us doing this plan drastically increases our chances of getting the same curse that he has right now.
No, and that's the one thing that really concerns me. I'd rather the fight in it. I'm not that concerned about. The actual curse possibility is what concerns me.
So, like I said, I know I know this person, right? I know the high level priest / magical practitioner incarnate.
You've had you've spent time just cursory getting to know various people.
Okay, we got along, right? I didn't say something that was
no.
Okay. All right, yeah, I know somebody. I mean, we're probably still have to pay them, but we can definitely, maybe get this fixed.
I love the idea of this entire party of what is the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Going into a church and just going, sanctuary!
Oh, dear. Just all of us like,
Alright, I'm gonna take just a real quick restroom break before we actually do this plan, okay?
just
Good idea.
I'm gonna go get water.
Don't look at us. We are not monsters.
I'm here. God didn't make me right. We're all gonna die. You realize this?
Did anyone
I
ever
hope
watch,
not. I'm still here.
Anyone that's still here? Did you ever watch Krogmandoon and the Flaming Sword of Fire?
No, I did not. I'll be back.
No.
It was like a one-off series, like almost D&D piss take that was on the BBC. It was quite funny.
I'll have to look into it.
It's just that sort of stupid humour, but like the second episode, they had like this thing called the Biclops.
It's like a Cyclops with 2 eyes.
No, it was a bisexual Cyclops.
Oh, okay.
And he just seduced everyone and kept sleeping with the rest of the party.
Nice.
I came back at a really weird time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I was discussing the
same.
TV show Krogmandoon and the Flaming Sword of Fire. It's basically like a fantasy RPG piss take series. It only got like 1 season on BBC 3, but episode 2 had a character called the Biclops, which was like this Cyclops who basically seduced everyone. It was it's a weird show.
All right, the cat has fled.
Oh no! You gotta let it reclaim its home.
He smacked
He
the
couldn't
D20
take
off
any
the
more
desk
about
and
the
went-
Biclops.
No, he smacked my D20 off the desk and just went running after it.
Yeah, hold on. I'll share it in where's tabletop chat?
Oh, I just wanted to share as well. My diet is going well.
Hey,
Congrats.
Yeah,
Actually,
165
as well-
this morning.
Good job.
Nice.
That's weird. Actually, you've inspired me. I've now given up sugar and caffeine.
Did you just call me Coswin, the character?
Cosmo, you've inspired me.
No, that's good. That's good. I haven't drank soda since that last time we were. I think it was last session. That was the one soda I had in the last like month and a
Sprite or
half.
something like that, and you were like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I was huffing it because it smelled so good. It was so good.
Because after you said that, like, I realized because I've been doing the YouTube stuff a bit more the last month, you are at the computer quite a lot, and so I realized that like the caffeine and sugar and stuff is not good. So I decided when you were saying that last week, I then decided I'm feeling much more unhealthy than I was before, so I decided to cut that out.
yeah."
Go to the gym again.
For me, I used to work at Disney, and I worked on one of the Omnimover rides where you have to walk on a treadmill next to the ride all day. And so, I walked to work, I walked back from work, and then I walked all day at work. So I would walk, depending on how often I was actually on the treadmill part, 12 to 20 miles a day.
Jesus.
And then I went from that
to
0.
4, sorry.
To 0. That is a big shift.
Yeah. And I actually did notice that for like the first time in my life, I actually did gain a couple pounds, but I mean, it was not much.
It's the episode.
When I lost my job, I was working, as a field rep, so I would drive an hour to a place, and I'd spend a half hour walking around like a store, and going back and using hand carts and shit like that, moving displays and everything. And I would do that for 8 hours a day for like 4 days a week. And then I went to nothing. And, and my body went to shit because I've always had a hard time losing weight anyways. But yeah, no, this diet was the best thing I've ever done. Even though mornings are still miserable. No caffeine is horrible.
All right, are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you guys wish to proceed?
Die with glory.
I dare say, how would you like to do this?
Who wants the cloak of invisibility? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Give me the cloak of invisibility back.
Yep.
Because if you die, no. I don't want that thing. Give me a wand again.
In player's journal, crossword, save.
Alright, I'm gonna put that on.
Alright.
Just in case. Alright. I think what we should do is try and be as stealthy as possible. Yeah. Try and be stealthy.
People with disadvantage on stealth checks.
Because they have plate, don't they? Or heavy armor.
Plate.
Yeah.
I transform into a
monster.
Okay, so as soon as you guys start talking about stealth, Perry gets this big smile on his face and just whoom, just shrinks down, and there's a goat standing there, just like impatient, like clamping its cloven feet.
Right, that's actually a bad thing because I was going to ask you, Perry, to. He can't detect evil
anymore. Can he?
Yeah, you said he can.
Yeah, he's just polymorph, so he maintains his intelligence, I think.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to use.
Can I use things like Zone of Truth and like protection as a go?
No, you can't.
I just think that would be
hilarious.
hilarious.
Because if you, I was hoping you would be able to cast detect evil or divine sense while we were moving, so when the creature got close to us, we would know a little. We'd have a bit more of forethought.
Too late for that now.
Too late.
Oh, I can just turn back. It's not like I'm stuck as a goat.
True. Well, you could turn back, but you only get that ability once per day.
I don't remember reading that on the thing. Let me check.
Yeah.
Thing. When warned when its command word is spoken, the wearer is transformed to go. It doesn't. You didn't put on it that only works once a day, so I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll edit that right now. But that was part of it.
Turn into a goat because that'd be really stupid.
It's one of those things that recharges like at dawn the next day.
All right. So,
like,
you're mulliganing that.
I did not know that information. I was not told that. So
apologies.
All right. So Perry's still a person. Or well, I guess
just smile and
a slave.
Imagine myself. I just imagine turning into a goat. Cool.
So
goats.
So we go in at as slow as we can, as quietly as we can, going as fast as we can. However that works out, which is half speed for us. And
half speed for Artlocks is 7 feet.
Artlocks can go normal speed.
Yeah.
But I have to go half speed if I want the advantage on stealth checks. But we go in, we try and get as far in as possible. And as soon as we encounter it, we blitz it, and then we start running. We all good? We all understand that? We're good?
Yeah. Before
anybody have a different plan?
Rations. I don't need my rations anymore.
Yeah, you can eat anything. You just start munching on the tall grass.
Well, he's not
rations.
He doesn't have to be a goat to do that. As a human, he could do it.
I don't really need them right now.
I could eat glass and it would taste nice.
Mm-hmm.
I've already got 6 rations, so I'm good.
It tastes nice. If no one wants them, it's fine. I'll keep them.
Would it be advantageous for someone to have the bow?
Who's best with the bow?
What's your dex, Sir Hadrian?
14.
So Artlocks has the same
13.
Are you
I thought you had 15.
Are you proficient with the bow, Artlocks, anyways?
Yeah, martial weapons.
Oh, well, give it to Sir Hadrian, anyways.
Or don't you have a crossbow?
I do have a crossbow as well.
one of the two.
I've got 14 in dex as well.
So, okay, with the attack, I'll read it out. I have a +4 to the flaming longbow, +5 to the masterwork light crossbow because it's a +1 weapon.
Right, we'll give the bow to Sir Hadrian then. That'll work.
Yeah, because I have +6 to that.
I gotta pick up a light crossbow next time we're in town.
So does Perry.
Yeah, everyone pick up a ranged weapon of their choice. That
I technically have a ranged
Artlocks,
weapon.
you're like hoarding all of them.
I've only got 2.
I can throw daggers.
You had the bow, you had the crossbow, you had
I've got the javelin,
and you can count the blink flail because that's got at least.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Well,
you got enough to spread them out. You just have all of
one
them.
up.
I mean, daggers. A dagger's like a one-time use thing, unless you're me, who has it bound to them.
I have 2 of them. I also have 10 darts.
Okay, here's the longbow and 60 arrows, Sir Hadrian.
Okay.
What do you want from me? I have a +5 to a dart attack. I mean, it's not that bad. It does the same damage as a
Why
dagger.
haven't you used it?
I did one time.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I mean, I was with a goblin, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't that really horrible. You got frozen multiple times, and
The goblin shaman fight.
Yeah, and then somebody in their party killed me or almost knocked me out for no reason whatsoever.
Right, let's get on with this. Let's go towards the.
No idea what you're talking about.
So.
I don't know. He was a dick elf that we had in the party. Don't worry about it.
So, you guys start moving slowly through the field, and I'm gonna have we're gonna do a group stealth check, just like Artlocks did. So I need everybody to roll stealth. Sir Hadrian and Perry are with disadvantage.
I have advantage.
My hideous form doesn't give me any disadvantage, does it?
Wait. This is stealth is a dex-based check, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it does give you disadvantage on that.
I have advantage, correct, Ben?
Yes, you have advantage.
Oh wait, no, I have disadvantage. Damn it.
Oh.
So we got 18, 11, 11, 20.
Perry? Oh!
So, you guys are...
Way to bring down the average, buddy.
Yeah, you brought down the average, but this is still...
If you gave me like the invisibility cloak or something, you know I'm bad at it, stealth.
So am I.
So you guys are creeping through...
You're not that bad, you got a 2+2.
And every once in a while, you could just hear like... Click-clang, click-clang... Clang! Of Perry's... of the pieces of Perry's plate mail. Banging together, but it seems like you've managed to make it to the outskirts of the town without alerting the presence of the Fomorian.
All right, have we heard it? Okay, we can hear the footsteps of the Fomorian, correct? Like they're big and like
they're big. The footfalls are not easy to miss. So yeah, you can see where you cannot see it at the moment because of just the ruined buildings and whatnot, but you can sense its presence. It's a were you guys specifically heading like towards like the closest point to where the like in a straight line to the entrance of the mansion?
Yes.
So,
unless anybody else had another thing, I don't want to talk for the party.
Right. So you guys, there's about 100 to 120 feet of streets and alleys and ruined buildings between where you are on the edge and the stairways to the mansion. It is off to your right. You can sense it coming towards you. You can sense the footfalls getting heavier as it moves towards you.
All right, let's try and get as far in as possible before it gets near us. Artlocks, try and pay attention as much as you can, because if it gets within range, I want that hypnotic pattern out there as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be another group stealth check from everybody.
All right.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Sir Hadrian.
Sir Hadrian.
Sneaky night.
Okay, this one was not as good.
Well, you don't get that crit, but you did roll high.
Well, yeah, 21 is still good. Yeah.
That's 19, so, I mean...
who are we missing here? I got... Oh, no, that's everybody.
It's everybody.
Okay, so you guys managed to make your way about halfway in before Coswin, you stub your toe on like a particular, you're crossing a street and it's got these grooves kind of carved into it from like ancient, you know, hundreds of years of like cart tracks moving through, and you kind of twist your ankle in one of those little grooves a little bit, and even though you're moving slowly and you're invisible, your foot falls into that. You're just like, ah!
This is the worst possible thing. The worst possible thing that can happen.
and with that involuntary outcry, you hear, just like you know, the attention of the great beast, and you hear the footfalls, boom, boom, like start to move in directly towards you guys.
We need to start picking up the pace.
Start run. We need to. Well, for our normal paces, Artlocks is flat out sprinting speed. So,
so you see him like, as you're just like you're just walking, and he's. And so you guys are just gonna make a sprint for it
until it gets into the point where we can see it. We can't do anything. So
okay, yeah. So you guys just start, making it at best possible speed. You get to just the next street, and what it is, it's a very wide, like, avenue that traverses the entire length of this kind of like elongated city. It's about 20 feet wide of open space, and then another set of buildings. And as soon as you get to the edge, you could see the Fomorian seems to have picked up its pace and is moving down this main street in your direction, maybe 80 feet away at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it with hypnotic pattern.
Okay, hypnotic pattern. All right, and that is a what saving throw? Wisdom.
Hold on 1 second, Ben. I just need to check something before you even try and roll that.
Oh, it's rolled. I haven't looked at the modifiers yet, though.
All right, hold on a second. I can see the Femoran, right?
Oh yeah, everybody can. You're on the far side of this road. You have to cross it, but everybody can just look down the street and see.
Right. I'm spending 2 sorcery points and bending luck. I'm giving him a negative modifier, 1d4.
Oh, okay.
Roll the 1d4.
Yeah, you rolled a 1d4 for me. Okay, so
3 off whatever we just rolled.
So plus.
What's your spell save DC?
15.
So, Artlocks, in your hobbled form. Hang on a sec.
Oh, Girdle!
Strength and Dex. Okay, doesn't say anything about disadvantage on spell saves, so yeah.
He's ugly.
You see the Fomorian take one last footfall, and his back foot doesn't follow him, and you see him as best as he can straighten up a little, and just like very gently start swaying back and forth.
Okay,
Ben, I need to know. Did that help, or was it? Or did I always waste that?
I'm not gonna tell you, but it was close.
Well, at least I used it for something.
I'm not gonna tell you if it made the difference or not. But that's like, I rolled the die and then was like, I don't know if this is going to pass or not, and checked to see what the modifier was, then you did that. So it was close.
Alright, now we run.
As we're running down the street, I have my caltrop bag out, and I'm just throwing them over my shoulder and spreading them out throughout the street behind us.
You're running in a straight line.
We're parallel to it right now.
He's perpendicular to you.
Wait
like
until we get to the steps of the building.
Okay.
Put him on the steps of the building.
Yeah, you can throw him behind you all you want, but he's not going anywhere where you guys. He wasn't coming from where you guys were coming from.
Yeah, no. Okay. Wait until we get to the building itself.
So you guys sprint forward in 120 feet. Yeah, you are, and it lasts for
a minute.
How long? A minute.
1 minute.
Ends for affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shit. Okay, yeah, that's it. So yeah, it works. You guys just huff it as fast as you can, compensating for Artlocks' reduced speed.
And our little stupid fawn that's following us.
And
or did he come with us?
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah, fuck him. Whatever. He was drawing unflattering drawings, anyways.
Especially after Artlocks' mishap. So you guys make it.
It would have been funny if those were normal.
You're like
he
really
told me he'd
beautiful.
draw me like one of his French girls.
Okay, so you guys make it to the base of the steps. You can see that they go up about 20 feet, and then there's this overhang buttressed up, another about 15, 20 feet up.
Is it a normal sized door?
Yeah, from what you can tell. You can't see it from this angle yet.
Perry!
Going up.
Perry, it's you!
My turn.
Okay. Alright, so, Perry, you go bolting up the steps. You see, a little ways in front of you, underneath the overhang, a set of large wooden, like double doors.
Okay, my time to shine.
Alright.
1.
Alright, roll for damage. It's hitting a door, it's not that hard to hit.
Fuck the door!
Alright, so you go up to the door, and just boom, again, slam, nudge right into one of the doors, and the right-hand door just pops open, hits the wall behind it, and, like, you know, kind of swings back in a little bit, leaving it ajar, and you can see a beautiful, you know, foyer in front of you.
In! Everybody in!
Caltrops, 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 caltrops.
All right, like a little flower girl, Rebecca starts throwing caltrops behind her. As you guys bolt up the stairs, and Perry's standing there holding the door open for you guys. You guys bolt into the mansion.
Hold the door!
Artlocks, Artlocks, as you're crossing over the threshold, you can hear the Fomorian behind you start roaring in rage, and you hear the footfalls thumping quicker behind you guys. But
as everyone gets in, just like, close the door! Close the door!
Close the door! Close the door! Perry is the last one and slams the door behind you. It doesn't close as perfectly as it did before. It's a little ajar, but you guys are standing inside a magnificent foyer as the door shuts behind you and muffles the sound of the Fomorian's footsteps.
Okay, let's never do that again.
Well, that was fun.
I don't plan on it.
Wow, that was really good use of hypnotic pattern.
Yeah.
Holy shit, things actually went to plan.
What?
We were supposed to fight that, weren't we, Ben?
Yeah.
That was the plan.
We were supposed to
No,
die.
I didn't have anything, like, you know, thought out in my head for what you guys do, but the way it's gone so far is most of the time you guys go, well, this spell has, you know, it hasn't worked before. It worked before once, and it hasn't worked before again, so might as well not bother with it. Let's just fucking kill everything. Is normally what happens. But I mean, that was a plan, and it worked.
Hey, we actually had a plan. Go to plan.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
I think
Now
we
let's
should
find
do-
those children.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why we were here.
Boston, as you say that, you see like the ghostly, like, visage of a few individuals like float into the room from various doorways.
And can I sense evil and good?
Yeah, you could sense quite a bit of good coming from them.
So good. Is there any 60 feet? Is there any evil?
Spirit.
You don't within 60 feet. You do not sense any evil.
I have to say, I'm really loving the Zen music.
Yeah.
Well, you're
If
inside.
only
Now.
I had picked up to speak to undead.
You don't have speak with I thought you did have speak with undead.
No, I took tongues instead.
Oh, okay.
Well, that worked great, didn't it, bitch?
I mean, if they speak any language, I can understand them, and if they speak first, so
True.
I guess it kind of works.
True.
Hello?
You see one of them just kind of float in a little bit further and go, who are you?
Just don't get any close. Don't touch me. We've had bad experiences with
Spooky shit.
You see
With spirits
the
before.
child's face, which was starting to, you know, creep a little smile up, just fall and float back a little bit.
Do I recognize
No,
this
no,
individual?
it's okay.
Cosmo doesn't react at all because he doesn't have a conscience.
Artlocks, when you say it's okay, a couple of the ghosts depart the room.
We're here to help, maybe?
Can I
Ben.
have the cloak, Goswin, just to hide my fucking face?
I'm not sure we can really help. I don't think we can help dead people. I think that's
Yeah,
No,
beyond
you
our
guys don't
ability at the
recognize
moment.
any of these
Okay.
vices.
Sure, Midge, here you go. I give him back the cloak.
Sorry, guys. Might as well change this music now.
We're all right in the middle of meditation.
So, what's the plan?
Well,
Who
what
are
rooms can we
you?
see? Okay.
Yeah, to the. I'm gonna try.
There's two of them. There's two of them left in the room. There's a boy and a girl. They appear to be about 8 or 10 years old.
Who are you?
The boy this time kind of drifts forward and he just goes, I do not remember.
Do they look human? Elf?
They look human.
Human. Do you know where you came from?
Thinks for a second and he goes, I lived on the island.
Of Rend?
He looks over at you, Rebecca. He goes, yes, that's what it was called.
Oh shit.
Wait a second. Shit, is this why people didn't want to move to Rend? We finally figured that out.
This is the real reason why nobody moved.
Did we finally figure it out?
Things wrong with Rend, isn't there?
Does this make this one? Where are the names? Where are the names? Where are the names?
Why are we here? What's the name? What's the name?
That's been a
Just
while.
Where did I write the children down?
Just as a thing for everybody here who's looking for
I think
really
you're thinking
good
of
ways
Marcus or Burn.
for getting notes. The Amazon has a deal on Amazon Basic stuff. They have 12 scratch pads for I think like $5, like legal scrap pads. Those are great for taking notes. Just as a heads up.
Oh my god, this notebook that I got here actually comes with grid paper in it. That would have been useful a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I've got some grid paper in my.
Oh, did I ever show you the really nice adventuring ones that they sent me with my bag of holding that I bought?
No, I don't think you did.
Hold on.
You bought a bag of hold? What do you mean?
He bought it from. He bought like a messenger bag that's just got like the words like bag of holdings.
So they also sent me 3 note-taking books with some really creepy, like mannequin / plugged-in women sort of on them. One's plain paper, one's grid paper, and one's lined.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Just physically.
So back to the children.
Younglings, do you know?
Not the youngling.
Like, I list off the names: Lydia, Marcus.
They both just shake their head.
Who ruled Rend when you were there?
He thinks for a second. He goes. Seems to be causing him like a little bit of pain to think back that far. And goes. Oh, the house was started with a P.
Who was the guy that we fought in the bottom of the undercroft or whatever it was?
Does anybody remember his full name?
His name was.
I think Tog does.
Slavobor.
Yeah.
Of Delpha, House Delpha. Delpa.
And they were the last rulers there, weren't they? House Delpha.
Depla.
It was Deplore.
Deplore. That's right.
Yes.
Deplore. Okay.
Oh, that's an O.
Like
not
the first half of that.
So okay. So they've been here a while.
Shakes his head again. And he goes, my regrets. My memory fails me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That usually goes when the brain's gone.
Great thing to say to 10-year-olds.
I mean, they've been dead for probably 100 years. At this point, they should really have it broken to them.
Well, Deplore, the House Deplore was like 140 years prior to us.
Yeah, and if he's not referencing Deplore, he's referencing the one before that, and he's been dead for a long time. It's where okay. The master of the house, the person who owns this place, where are they right now?
His eyes kind of squinch up. He goes, he came through. He went to. It just points up a nearby stairwell. He had others with him.
Like children?
Yes.
I describe the three missing children that we have. Did any of them fit that description?
Yes. It seems like. That was
Okay,
them.
time to murder some shit.
Tell you guys, I don't sense any evil right now. I only sense good coming from these spirits.
Which way did they go? I say from under the cloak.
Let's point it up.
Still, his ghostly, like hand is still pointing up to a nearby stairwell.
Up the stairwell, Artlocks.
Gonna need you to make
Block
a
still had that
climbing
orcish
stairs
thing, because then
check.
he'd be kind of a bit like Gollum. You know, kind of like having that hideous appearance, and then he'd be like, "My fine."
Upstairs we go.
Up the stairs.
Okay, so I guess we should do. I mean, do we want to ransack the shit out of this place before we
After
go
we
into?
kill,
You can look through the place if you want.
I mean,
I
guess we should.
from what you guys
the guy
can see, it seems to be like a normal, like noble estate.
Yeah, normal. Only in a hell demiplane. That's great.
Yeah, it's on a pocket dimension filled with dead children ghosts, but yeah.
and stupid.
So Dick Cheney's house.
Yeah, Dick Cheney's house.
Okay, so yeah, what kind of loot can we find from the ground floor?
I must say, all you need to do is transplant Artlocks' basement to this house, and yeah, it's Dick Cheney's house.
You're saying I'm Dick Cheney?
No,
man, no, I'm saying.
I mean, a
that
little
Dick
bit. No, a
Cheney's
little
evil.
bit more now. I mean,
all you need to do is like blast one of these children in the face with a magic missile spell, and you got it.
while you're hunting fairies or something like that.
While you're hunting pixies.
I hunt them for fun.
Oh god,
Oh, man.
God
now your lips are gonna taste like Sprite. That's actually the worst of the two. You're gonna...
vanilla.
There's cola, vanilla, Fanta, and Sprite. I have.
Okay, no, the Fanta's the most upsetting one because then you're an off-brand like fruit drink that'll taste carbonated.
You're Nazi Coke.
Fanta used to be good when I was a kid, but now it's terrible. They changed the formula.
Well, yeah, they're not
still Fanta in McDonald's.
Make it have real fruit flavor apparently, and that made it taste like shit.
I think we're on a tangent again.
Anyway, Nazi Coke. Let's go back.
Okay, past
Guys,
that.
if you're watching, this episode is sponsored by Fanta. The fruit drink that satisfy all your Nazi needs.
Okay, so do we want to investigate the home? Do we want to?
Let's investigate the home.
No.
No, we should go kill the asshole that's in charge.
We should go and deal with the guy first, because if he brought, there are dead children talking to us. I think the lives of the children he has currently that are alive might not be there for a while.
Wait a second, Coswin, you have morals?
Not really. It's just we'll get more rewards if we can bring them back alive.
Looks over. We're not getting a reward for this.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we?
Why did I come here?
Fuck it, turn it around.
Well, I mean, shouldn't Artlocks reward us?
Yeah, that's right. Artlocks still owes me money.
Artlocks has money.
He's got tons of money. Literally tons.
You leave on my money just because I'm a disfigured man.
Okay, guys.
Let's go save the children.
Let's go upstairs to where the demon child, or I guess they're just the ghost child.
Demon
And magical traps.
So the two ghosts depart back into side rooms, and you guys start.
What type of sick man kills kids and keeps their ghosts? Why would he keep the ghosts here?
We already went over who owns this place. I mean, it's Dick Cheney.
So you guys,
I don't see shit.
You guys, the stairway leads up, and then it starts to turn around. It starts to turn into this spiral staircase, and it seems like you guys are going up one of the turrets. And you guys spend a good, maybe a few minutes walking upstairs. Artlocks, you don't notice jack shit. You're having trouble with the stairs in your new disfigured form. Like maybe one of your legs is a little shorter than it used to be, so you got this hobble going. It's giving you a little bit of difficulty with the stairs. But eventually you come to a door at the top. Seems to be a normal, ordinary wooden door.
Are we gonna nudge it?
Nudge it down?
Do we want to
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, do we want to knock it and then go in guns blazing?
Knock.
What are guns?
Open up crossbows blazing.
I forgot this is in Pathfinder. Guns don't exist here.
Focuses blazing.
Yeah. Magic missiles blazing.
That works really well for Coswin because he shoots flames out of his arcane focus.
Fireballs blazing.
Oh shit! This is a wooden house too. I gotta. That makes me automatically less effective in this area.
Keep it
So
toned down.
what are we doing?
I think
I
they're
vote-
coming up the stairs.
Yeah,
Suck it.
fuck it. Yeah, Harry should hit it and just we blast the damn thing open.
Okay.
blow the door
Harry.
down.
All right, roll for an attack.
Coswin, get your fire ready. Guys, get your arrows ready. So when I knock down that door,
That's my secret, Harry. I'm always ready.
Joke's on you. I'm always ready.
I'm still climbing the stairs, like.
Artlocks comes up the back, like, huffing and puffing.
There's all our ones.
All right, so
fire
Harry, roll.
disadvantage.
You don't have you don't have disadvantage on
You would
this,
have missed the
but roll-
door and hit me in the face behind you.
Hit roll for okay. So Perry, you grab nudge, heft it in both hands, just whoa, slam it into the door, and you're used to doors just nearly blasting off the hinges when you hit them. Instead, what you hear is clang, and there's this echoing, metallic, ringing note that just echoes out from the point of impact. And
Does
the
his-
door remains
Does his
intact.
arm go numb like when you hit an aluminum back on a steel?
Oh, yeah.
like
Like the vibration goes up your arm, and like, you start rubbing it like you
On
got a
his
Charlie
Looney Tune
horse.
cartoons, well, I start shaking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I Arcana check this door?
Sure. It is in door.
I'm not detecting magic.
You're not detecting any
Is
magic.
it just a metal reinforced door?
Can I try and open the door?
Sure.
Who would have thought Dick
Rebecca,
Cheney has
you
such
go up
security?
to the door, grab the handle, and push, and the door slowly pushes open, and you notice
Wow,
while you're
effective.
pushing the door open that the point where Perry impacted the door seems to have dislodged some like paint flecks, and the door was solid metal, just painted to look like wood.
Ah. Wow.
We should have touched
it's-
it first. That probably would have given us.
Crazy
does
idea.
that?
Doors
You-
open.
As you open the door, you look inside the room. You can see that there is a fireplace on the opposite side, with a beautiful mantle with a large like silvered mirror above it. There's a roaring fire. There seems to be like a writing desk, two like overstuffed fluffy chairs with like clawed feet facing the fireplace, and the circular room seems to be some sort of library. It looks like there's just books everywhere. Shelves and books and books and shelves. But you don't see any bodies in there. You don't see any people.
I'd like to investigate the writing desk.
Oh, okay. So Sir Hadrian,
First, I'm gonna perception it, see if there's any traps in the drawers or anything like that.
Okay, so do an investigation check on the on the desk for me. You go up to the desk, and you give it a good once over with your you give it the old eyeball. You don't notice anything peculiar about it. Or would you like to do anything specific with it? Like, what exactly do you want to do? It is about like 2 feet. Well, it's a small desk. It's about 2 feet wide, and it's trapezoidally shaped with a diagonal, like hinged, like writing fold that would fold down, giving access to it. And it's wood.
Actual wood.
Full.
Sir Hadrian, you grab the fold down panel and go to pull it, and it doesn't move at all, and it feels cold, like to the touch.
Right.
Not like
Around-
not like frozen. It just doesn't feel. You touch wood, it would feel like room
Right.
temperature. It doesn't feel like room temperature. Anybody else doing anything?
So what else is in the room?
It is basically a circular library. There is a fireplace with a large ornate mantle and a mirror above it. There are two not love seats, but single seat chairs facing the fireplace with clawed feet, and there's like a big rug. The fireplace is roaring. And
any interesting books about?
Would you like to look for anything specific?
Histories, things like that.
Roll in. What do you want to actually? Do you gonna eyeball it, or do you want to do perception or investigation? Investigation's touching. Perception's just looking. Do you want to start pulling stuff out, or do you want to just start?
I want a perception.
Okay.
Any particularly like old tomes, things like that.
There are this room is fairly large. It is filled with hundreds of books, and as you look over the spines, you see lots of books that are labeled for various like religious studies. You see Palor, you see Melora, you see Kelimvor, you see tomes and tomes and tomes that seem to be like volumes of history of the land. You see medical texts. You see texts that are labeled in Draconic with runes on them. You see Dwarven script. You see just innumerable books.
Okay. Anything and do I see anything on like bushes, like dimensions, stuff like that, Fae stuff?
Yeah, you spent a couple minutes just looking over them, and you find a couple books that would known histories of the Feywild and encyclopedias on known Fey creatures and stuff like that.
Cool. I'm gonna pick them up. I'm basically shopping for books right now. I'm just gonna pick up.
You see a particular book that is just like knowledge of Fey creatures, written in Elven. And you grab it and try to pull it off, and it doesn't go anywhere. You rub your finger across the top of it, and you don't feel that. You know how when you touch a book along the spine, so you can feel like all the the ribbed pages. It's perfectly flat.
Oh no!
And it's cold.
Guys.
Yes.
You know the door was metal.
Yeah.
And the desk.
And all these books are metal.
I move over.
As the gears are moving in your head, does
a gear move and the door shut?
No. You feel like you're kind of pacing around, like touching the books and thinking to yourself, and you're just kind of going through this over. You take a step and you feel a slightly different texture under your foot. You look down and there's a pile of ash underneath your feet.
We're in an incinerator.
Okay, everyone back out slowly.
Okay,
I didn't really go into the room, so I'm just gonna step back out through the door.
Yeah, you just open the door. Everybody just slowly, hands up, not touching anything, backs out of the room into the stairwell.
Okay.
Start whistling gently.
I'm guessing as well that mirror might have been a two-way mirror.
So is he burning the kids?
I'd assume so. There was ash.
I'm gonna perception this room for any entrances, exits, anything.
Okay.
That I can
check.
Yeah.
We danced for too long.
You don't see anything specific. The exterior walls are bookshelves filled with facades of books. There's the door, there's the fireplace, there's the mirror, there's the mantle, there's the chairs, there's the writing desk. That's all you see. And now that you're aware of them, you see multiple piles of ash irregularly scattered around the room.
Okay. All right. Artlocks, you think that mirror might be a one-way?
Hmm.
Or
I
two-way
say,
mirror?
I say, once everyone gets out of this room, Coswin, how about you hit that mirror with magic missile? See if it breaks, and if it's a one-way mirror, then there'll be another room.
How about we don't?
Yeah, but I'm saying once everyone's out of the room, so we can shut the door if fire comes.
No, right? No, I understand that, but why waste a spell slot when I can just throw a dagger?
No,
I
okay.
shouldn't say
with
that.
an arrow.
I was gonna say I could just toss a dart at it.
Yeah.
But I was about to say, so someone pick, has like a particularly stale bit of rations that would do too.
Well, I was thinking throw my dagger because it's bound to me. I can just be like, and I have it back.
Yeah, do that. Do that, Sir Hadrian.
All right, so you're chucking it at the mirror.
We're all out the
Yes.
room, yeah?
Yeah, you're all out of the room in the stairwell, like at the exit. So
Make sure I have
this
this set right.
Yeah, this is a ranged attack.
I'm with a dagger, so it'd be 1d20 plus your dex modifier, I think. And, so...
Are you proficient in throwing?
Yes.
Yep,
And it,
Wow. You grab the dagger out of your belt, give it a little flick in your hand, and throw it into the room. Roll for damage.
Mirror's metal.
It slams in. It slams into the mirror, and kind of ricochets off and lands at the floor in front of the fireplace. And you see the mirror just kind of like wobble a little.
We're gonna need something heavier hitting than that.
No, just keep going with that. It'll weaken it.
seriously?
You know what?
Doing...
I'll cast Eldritch Blast on it. Since
Okay.
it's a cantrip.
Okay. So, what is your arcane focused?
It is a book.
It's a okay. So you're just carrying around this tome.
Yeah, I have a
just,
tome chained to my
Just
my
like
leg.
open it up and blah! Eldritch blast. The blast
Wow.
of it's narcotic.
Narcotic.
Narcotics.
No, it's
Narcotic?
narcotic.
Right, it's pure cocaine.
Every once in a while, you see Rebecca. She opens the book up and it just goes.
Okay,
Oh.
so yeah, Ben, I want you to make
No, it's
a
1d10
narcotics
force
check
damage.
and
So
see how high
the
you get.
blast of energy shoots into the room, slams into the mirror, and it briefly obscures it. And when the arcane energy fades, you just see the mirror sitting there, just
Right,
like
okay.
looks kind of like the ripples on a pond more than anything.
Wait a second.
Oh, no, because the dagger didn't go through.
Right.
Wait a second. Perry,
Is it
give me your
possible-
ration.
Is it possible to throw a two-handed
sorry?
weapon?
Yeah, you can throw.
No,
anything.
hold on. Perry, give me your ration.
Just one.
Just give me one ration.
Yep.
Okay. In these rations, Ben, I'm assuming they're not just like lembas bread or something like that. It's
like hardtack and dried meats and dried fish and stuff like that. Stuff that preserves well and carries.
Is there anything that would have yeast in it?
No.
Uh,
Any leavened bread wouldn't
Hold well.
Wouldn't hold
All right,
well.
I'm gonna take the meat out of this, and Sir Hadrian, toss this at that mirror.
I take the piece of meat. Do another D20 plus Dex.
Proficiency too, wouldn't it? Because
Yeah,
he has
proficiency,
proficiency in thrown.
So
So
D20 plus
plus
2
6.
plus Dex. Okay, so you take the little piece of meat and throw it in there, and it just hits it and kind of.
Right. Okay. So it is not a portal, because technically there would be living matter inside of that. So it's not a portal.
Lands on the mantelpiece, just sits there.
Yeah. So why don't we backtrack?
back down
And
the stairs.
all the way down these stairs, but as we're going, we're checking the walls. Any doors, or anything like that. And can somebody else do a secondary check of this room just before we leave?
Okay, I can.
I think I did well, but I'm not sure.
I can do a perception check.
You think you did well on that 6?
Well, Coswin thinks he did well. I know I didn't do well.
Okay,
I'm going to summon my dagger.
Okay, dagger comes back to you.
Yeah, it looks great, Goswin. Nothing could have...
We're going to be stuck here forever. Alright, so just back down the staircase, checking the walls, doing...
Investigation. Alright, you backtrack down the stairwells. The stairwell. Can
I get advantage on that with somebody else helping?
Yeah, that's fine. You can get advantage on that. You're feeling the smooth flagstones around the crevices and the grout and whatnot. You don't find any switches or levers or hidden compartments. Just walls.
Do they feel like stone or are they metal?
Stone. They feel like stone.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Do we just want to yell at the top of our lungs and see if anybody else alive is in this house?
Well, I mean, there's all those ghosts that can understand us.
I mean, that's why I said alive. I prefaced it with living.
I know, but
individuals.
if someone just screams out back at us, how are we going to know if they're alive?
just scream back if you can't see through your own hand. Like, I think that might help.
I'll be right back.
No, I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, okay. So, what are we doing?
Are we back down the stairs?
Yeah, you guys came back down. You're at the top of the landing, basically.
Are the ghosts there?
Every once in a while, you see like a ghostly visage just like cross from room to room. They don't seem to pay you much mind.
Can we ask one of them which way the man in the cloak went?
Yeah, you call to one of them that's passing by. It's another boy, a little bit older with like disheveled hair. He comes back up to you. He goes, they head up the stairs, always up the stairs.
Where does the man go after he goes up the stairs?
Shrugs his shoulders.
Does he never come back down?
Shakes his head.
He always just comes through the doorway, go up the stairs, and then he comes back out the door. Then he comes through the doorway again later.
Nods.
It can probably dimension door.
Well, no. When he goes up the stairs and does that, and goes and does his things up on the stairs, how long does it usually take him to come back through the doorway again?
Thinks for a moment. He goes, sometimes days, sometimes years.
Okay, there's a portal. There's a portal in that room. There's got to be.
Back.
Do you remember
unless
going
he's
up
doing
the
dimension
stairs?
transporting?
So what's a dimension door?
A dimension door is just a 60-foot like teleporting thing. You're thinking of planar transport.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Unless he dimension doors to a portal.
I think we just need to search this house. What do you do? What do you do around here? Does he like do you just? What do you do here?
We tend to the manor.
Why?
We cannot leave. We clean it.
Why?
Why?
We have nothing else to do.
You don't have like a book club or
Book club.
anything?
Just
They're all
stares
made of
vaguely
metal.
at you.
Movie night. Open
So
night.
the man in the cloak has nowhere else he goes.
No.
He's never been in any other room in this house.
Thinks for a moment. Not that I can remember.
Do you remember going up the stairs?
Closes his ghostly
That's
eyes.
a great idea. I can relive them being incinerated.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember. So long ago.
Don't focus too much on that.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
come
I
back
shoot
here.
back
Come on.
open.
Yeah. All right. So, thank you. Who's the oldest here? Who's been here the longest?
I do not know.
All right. I don't know. Can we get like a house meeting together or something?
Yeah.
Like,
Get all the ghosts.
can we just gather everyone here in this room?
I'm Lord of the Ghosts.
I don't even know how many there are.
But hey, it's a great idea. Now we can take a head count or a spectral head count. Either way, we can figure this out.
You know any good icebreakers for
A lack
Cosmo?
of body count.
Who
He
knew
looks
dead
at you
kids
and
were so
shakes his head
boring?
for a second and he goes, it'll take some time.
Hey, that's fine. You've got all the time in the world.
Is there a library here?
Points up the stairs.
No, that's not. No. That's not. Just forget about the stairs. Forget about the stairs for right now.
What's in the rest of the house other than up the stairs?
Looks through one doorway to one side, one door to the other. It's a fine manor. Bedrooms and kitchens and storerooms and drawing rooms and.
Is there an armory?
hallways. I don't remember seeing any weapons.
Do you know of any like slightly circular, somewhat magical portal or just something that looks to not necessarily be material anywhere in the house? You never touch it. Maybe at some point it's it's open. Maybe it's closed sometimes. Anything like that? Just
Shakes his head.
no, nothing like that. And it's okay. Just go and get everybody. Just go and get them. We'll wait here.
Floats off, and about half an hour goes by, and every once in a while you see another like ghostly visage just float into the room. And you guys you're in a very large foyer. You guys can see after, it starts to get a little unsettling after about a dozen show up. You guys could see hundreds of individuals starting to progress into the room.
We're gonna need a bigger room.
No, we'll be fine. I mean, it's not like they take up space.
Material space.
Eventually, it gets to the point where it's hard to differentiate between like individuals because they're like semi-transparent. And you can't really tell if you like your vision.
Are they all children?
Yeah, they're all between like 6 and like 14.
The fuck?
Fucking hell.
Oh my
when
god.
all of them, when they stop coming to the room, like when everyone's here, or I'll ask.
You wait till at least like you don't notice the trickle anymore of visages floating in.
Right. Okay. Hello. We're visitors, obviously. Haven't seen any of you before. We have some questions that we have for everyone here. So,
If they all point to the fucking tower and...
is it one of us?
Assimilate! Assimilate!
First one, who's been here the longest? Don't worry, talk amongst yourselves, figure it out. We'll wait.
There's nothing but silence. There's a lot of you see a lot of like motion as heads a turnaround, and then a girl who appears to be about 13, 14 years old just materializes through several others and comes to the front.
Great. Okay.
Long hair, big eyes.
How
you can
long
see
have
that
you,
she's a much like more of her body is completely invisible. It's just kind of like shoulders up at this point, and the bottom half is just kind of like fading off into like the etherealness.
Right. Good. Well, not good, but either way. How long have you been here?
Good.
She looks at you and again closes her eyes and kind of winces a little bit. She goes, "It's hard to track time, but years, hundreds of years, maybe."
Right. Okay. Have you ever seen the person who owns this manor without their cloak on?
Shakes her head.
Have you ever seen them go into any other room in this building?
Shakes her head.
Okay. I'm going to... Okay. When he brings new... Yeah, fuck it. When he brings new living children here...
When he brings new...
When they go up the stairs, do new children like you appear?
She looks behind her, and there's a bit more of material looking child there who comes forward, and it's a boy about 9 years old, and he comes forward and stands next to her, and he goes, "Yes, can you help me?"
First things first, we're just trying to figure things out right now. We'll talk about helping people in a little bit.
We're trying to stop the inflow of more of you.
I mean,
Don't say that.
No, I'm not saying.
Don't say that. Don't make them feel worthless. They're
Stop
already
the
dead.
cycle.
Oh, they're already dead.
Do you remember being anywhere else before going up the stairs?
You talking to the boy or the girl?
Kind of to the group, with my face covered with the fucking...
You see the boy and the girl think for a second again, and then we're in our homes, and he was there. The boy, for a second, dark hair, golden eyes. He said he wanted to play.
A game?
Yes.
Oh,
was a
God.
boy.
We followed him, and then we were someplace else.
okay. All right.
Okay, can
I just...
history check for golden eyes?
Yes.
Like a golden-eyed creature.
What was with that? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying yes. You can check. It takes you a minute, Artlocks, but you remember after coming to Rend, you specifically asked Arcus to beef up on the history of the realm.
Yeah.
And you went over several books with him, and you do remember coming across reports of a small boy with dark hair and golden eyes and child disappearances from before Rend was abandoned. At the time, you didn't think about it because it was child disappearances for people whose entire families have already deceased.
Yeah.
So you didn't think about it, but you remember that now that it's mentioned.
Okay, I think... Okay, question to the room. Well, not to you guys.
I think he's talking to the ghosts.
I'm talking to the ghosts.
Oh.
Is there's no one else in this house, correct? Like that right now.
You see hundreds of heads shaking.
No as in there is, or no as in we're the only ones?
Hang on.
No.
So you never see the man come back. Do you ever see the boy come down the stairs?
Nope.
I think they're being very literal.
Yeah.
Does anyone ever come back down the stairs?
No.
Do you see
No,
the boy in the house at all?
No.
Seems as though he
Is there
takes the
an
kids
individual-
upstairs and then kills them.
Yeah.
But then there's got to
But
be
he
a way.
doesn't come down.
Yeah.
I mean, either he escapes through somewhere in that room, or is the fire? I don't know.
Or we could be dealing with a creature that is powerful enough that they just come back after they die, like certain demons or demi-demons or celestial
Yeah,
beings.
well-
They don't die if they're killed in a certain plane, and this could be a way of getting around that.
What's the point in killing all these kids?
I mean,
Well-
the yellow-eyed demon in Supernatural took kids to try and make his own.
Never
I'm
watched
gonna-
that show. No idea.
I'm gonna
Really?
ask.
Don't
I'm
even
gonna
start. Don't even start, Artlocks. Don't even
Yeah, touche.
Is there a Lydia here?
The older girl looks at you and she goes, I don't even remember my name.
Okay, who's the last Okay, who's the
newest people?
Who are the
It's
newest
the boy
ones
standing
to
next
come
to
here?
her. You've got the oldest and the youngest with you, basically.
Okay.
Do you
the
remember
youngest.
your name? I'm talking to the younger.
He looks up into your horribly disfigured eyes and he goes, Thomas, I think?
Thomas.
That's not one of the ones we're looking for.
No.
Unless we missed one.
You came from Rend, yes?
Yes. Do you know my mom?
Let's keep on subject. On subject. Right let's
Focus.
focus. What?
Everyone knows your mum.
Yeah. Who?
Well, no. If we can work. No, who is your mother?
Hang on, let me browse some.
Because if we can work out if
The
he's
thousands of pages of backstory for the hundreds of ghosts in here.
Well, in all fairness,
Hey,
you guys had me do. I'm gonna be bringing this up.
Was it 25? Was it the 25?
I took it out of the main notebook and I put it into the Rend folder, but I've got that entire page of I'm gonna hire 24 people.
Yeah, Ben.
No. If I can find out if this person's mother is currently a living resident of Rend, we can tell if he's recent. And if he's not recent,
I know you fancy yourself a great leader. Do you know the name of every person that lives on Rend right now?
I've seen the lists of them.
Just the women.
Gonna cut in. I'm just gonna cut in. I'm gonna now just, for no reason, just ask every child what their name is. All 100.
So you start. Perry peels off into the crowd and just starts asking them.
Ben, what's their names? What's their names, Ben?
Most of them don't just give you blank stares.
Okay. Yeah.
The boy, does he remember his
Yes. His mother's name is Juniper.
And where did you live?
I right off the big street.
Question: were the majority of the buildings broken when you moved in?
No. They were new. We had a new home.
Okay, yeah. So wait. Who ruled? Who ruled?
No.
Who was the leader of Rend?
I don't know.
No.
Was there?
Do you remember?
Man.
Do you remember the big tavern? Do you remember the image that was hanging outside?
Yeah. It was someone. It was like it was a
Yeah.
pig.
Okay, he's recent.
He's a recent addition. So hey, that must make you feel like shit, Artlocks. He died on your watch.
And yours, bitch.
Oh, yeah, don't you have a title?
I do, but
aren't you the person in charge of keeping order?
No, I'm
don't think
the keeper of what is it? I'm the keeper of secrets. I'm the keeper of I'm the court mage.
Yeah, you're the court mage, and you're also in charge of the information that flows through the town.
So should you be aware?
I'm also technically the current trainer and leader of the town guard because no one else took that job.
Wait, then shouldn't you be aware of a magical portal?
What I'm hearing, Roach, is you should be aware of...
Hey, we were gone in a portal.
In all fairness, nobody spends any time actually administering to their to their tasks. Which is why Artlow is basically just stepped in and has taken the regent position.
Great. So, all right.
So what I was trying to assume is if they instantaneously turn into ghosts, or if it's a time thing.
So why don't we? I think we got. I don't think we're going to get anything else out of these.
No.
Out of these. Yeah, you can go. You can go now. You can go.
You've been very helpful.
You see simultaneously, they all just start departing.
Well, that's unsettling.
Yeah, it's like watching water flowing in reverse. Just
why don't we explore the house? Why don't we go through?
Let's have Rebecca put her hand in the mirror, touch the mirror.
Why are the children stuck as ghosts? Is there something keeping them here?
Wait, is one of them still here?
Sure.
Can you leave? Can you go through that door?
Shakes his head.
Have you tried?
Shakes his head, yes.
Okay, that's all right. Never mind. I didn't mean to. You can go now. It's fine. Just. I think we should shit.
Shit.
Why don't we have somebody go into that room and touch that mirror, and we have all the rest of us keeping that door open. Not it.
Not it.
Not
Well,
it.
Tog's not there right now,
Yeah,
so it looks like it's Rebecca.
Tog loses by default.
So
Ladies
you guys
first.
you guys heading back upstairs?
What's going on?
Thanks for volunteering, Rebecca.
What?
You're gonna go inside
touch the mirror.
Yeah, you're gonna go to the mirror and touch it, and we're gonna hold the door open.
It's okay. I'll talk to the Lord of Red and see if we can't get you a medal or something. I know we're close.
Okay, so you
Put a
guys
bunch
head
of roaches of medals.
back up this the circular stairwell to the room. You've left the door ajar, and it remains ajar. Why not smash the door? By chat says they tried that. Getting through the door is not the problem.
It's keeping it open. Actually, is it a simple just hinge that's keeping this door onto the wall?
Would you like to inspect it?
If I break the mirror?
Sure. Yeah. I'm gonna inspect the door while we go.
Okay.
The mirror might be our only way out.
16. Right.
It seems to be bolted on there with in entirely sturdy metal construction.
No, I'm talking about the hinge.
There are hinges because the door opens.
So there's no locking mechanism that's in the hinges. Like, it doesn't close itself.
They're simple, just mechanical hinges. Just
All right. So let's.
I'm gonna Arcana check the mirror.
All the rest of us, we're keeping this door closed. We're keeping this door open.
The door!
Okay, Rebecca.
Sorry,
to the mirror.
there.
Investigation check or Arcana check. You go up to the mirror and you're distracted by your own beauty in it.
Just touch it.
I'm gonna reach out and think.
You touch the mirror. You see yourself. Touch the mirror.
Ripple. Does it bounce back and forth like it
Just
did when
touch
we punched it?
Not really.
I'm gonna press my hand forward against it.
Press your hand against it. Just touching it.
Right. Okay. Mirror. Mirror was not what we thought it was, guys. It is. We threw meat at it for no reason.
Rebecca, you look at the piece of meat sitting on the mantelpiece. A little hungry, baby. A little peckish.
Rebecca, try every book on the shelf.
It's not something.
Every single one of them.
Can I investigation check the room to see if anything's different?
Yes. Yeah. As long as you don't roll
Protects
fucking
those
one
who
again.
help themselves.
Fucking Christ!
Helps those who helps themselves.
You run your fingers across the spines of all of the books. They all appear to be fake. They're all just facades.
Touch the fire. See if it's real.
I'm gonna move over the fire. Is the fire a real fire?
There's heat coming out of it.
That mean there's a chimney in the room?
Be Harry Potter, you can like teleport with the fire.
Flume powder is fucking.
I take a handful of ash and throw it in.
Is there a lever in the fireplace at all?
Pardon?
Is there a lever in the fireplace? Is it like Indiana Jones?
Would this count for sake of mechanics, Ben, like as a small campfire?
Yeah.
Prestidigitation doesn't go out.
You see the flames snuff for a second, then come back. You keep doing it, and you see the flames just.
So the fire's magical.
The flames then just form a face. Could you please stop?
So he must use that fire
And spread it.
Yeah.
Tog, Rebecca, I'm sorry. As you're playing with the fire, it's just, you're like, it goes out for a second, then comes back. As you're doing this, you how do I want to put this?
Die.
No, as this is as you're doing this, you know, you can feel the heat coming and going and coming and going, and you notice that as you're doing that, you can see just ever so slightly like some runes glow into existence on the corner of the mantelpiece, then go immediately just like in your
Arcana check.
Just in your peripheral, you just see it glow into existence. Boom, and then as
Arcana check. No.
You see it and then immediately dismiss it.
This was a bad idea. Rebecca, come back here. Hold the door. Hold the door. I'm gonna. Yeah.
I'm gonna. In the fireplace.
Thank you. I'm gonna check those.
Yeah. I point him out to him once he comes over. Because he obviously can do it better than I can.
You can't see them right now, Coswin, but you run your hand over the mantelpiece where...
I'll prestidigitation it for him.
And you just for a split second, as the fire dies and comes back, you can see the runes just like the orange, they glow into existence for just a second, and then... on the corners of the mantelpiece.
Artlocks, give me a piece of paper. I'm going to scratch down what I saw from the runes on a piece of paper with the quill.
So Hadrian still got my quill?
Right. Hands it over.
Alright, I scratched them down.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
I know I'm not going to be able to do that. I only speak Common or Dwarvish. Yeah, but that's not going to help us, Rebecca. We need to know what it is.
Well, you can show me what it is, and I might know what it is.
I speak Common, Orc, and Dwarvish.
Okay.
I speak Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, and Deep Speak.
Okay.
Got Abyssal.
So, Coswin,
does anyone speak Undercommon?
Infernal. No, I don't speak Undercommon.
Just Elven and Common.
It would have made sense if it was Undercommon, because that was the thing outside could speak that.
Well, they're ancient runes. And Coswin, being a trained, like, magical practitioner, you can tell, you know that, as, like, all magical runes are rooted in Draconic, that it is an ancient form of Draconic.
Shit, we're dealing with, fuck! We're dealing with it's gotta be a dragon. It lives forever. It lives fucking forever, and it can change its form.
I'm going to, can I read what the runes say?
That wasn't in character, by the way. That was me thinking that.
Can you?
Yeah, because I can read all languages.
Yes, you can.
What do they say?
You look at the one in the upper left-hand corner of the mantelpiece. And,
don't read it out loud, please.
Yeah, no. I know how magic works.
It is an ancient rune for the number 4.
Okay.
You look to the one on the upper right-hand corner of the mantelpiece, and is an ancient Draconic symbol for the number 2.
42. It's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Holy
that was for all you British fans out there.
Yep. Slowly folds up a piece of paper.
Maybe he's got to sacrifice 42 children every so often. He gets to live forever.
Way more than 42 children.
There's a lot. Wait, is it a round number of 42 though?
No, I mean he's got to keep. Doing 42.
Is it like? Does it evenly divide by 42? You didn't count them all, so you're not sure.
Okay. Is there any other ones?
Where are you looking?
Oh, I mean on the paper.
No, you saw those two. One in the upper left-hand corner and the upper right-hand corner.
Let's all go in the room. I'll press a digitation. We're all looking at a different corner of the room. If you see a rune appear in the room, like raise your hand and point it out, and we'll look, and then we'll get someone to note it down next time.
Some people in my chat saw this, noticed the same thing. The 42. Okay, so
no, hold on a second. That's a bad idea.
I'll hold the door.
Yes, please. Yeah. Thank you. I don't trust this fucking door.
Okay, so who's doing the prestidigitation on the fire?
I will.
I am.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I have prestidigitation.
Rebecca does. So you guys, the rest of you stand in the center of the room, like back to back, facing in other directions, and Rebecca starts, And as the fire goes out and then blooms back on, you can feel the heat kind of that wave radiate out, and you guys notice that there are 2 more runes in the lower left and the lower right of the mantelpiece, like by the floor.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god.
Oh
my Hermes.
The lower left is identical to the one in the upper right. Is ancient draconic symbol for 2. And the one in the lower right is the ancient draconic rune for 3.
So we got 2, 2, 4, 3 in the net. So 2, 4, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay.
Goddamn problem solving. Okay.
Damn riddles. Wish I could kill them.
Are there any of the metal books? Do any of the metal books correspond, like, with, say, those numbers on their spine?
Numbers on their spines.
So, like, on the spine of the books, is there the numbers written?
Do a perception check.
I've already perceptioned the books.
Good.
Okay.
Do another one, because now you're specifically looking for
Okay,
something.
fair.
They change.
Okay, so you're going across the room and you're just scanning with your eyes, looking for similar runes or combinations of letters or anything in Draconic. You're going around. You get to about the opposite. You get around about halfway through to similar to kind of where the near where the door is. You get about 5 feet away from the door, and you're looking across. You go across again. You're scanning down, and you get to like the bottom row. And as you're scanning across, you notice that there is like an indentation in one of the books.
An indentation?
It looks like a button.
Don't press that button.
Like it's like the spine of one of the books. There's like a little line, like part.
I'm gonna investigate
wait,
the button.
I can press it. I can press it with my mage hand.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna see what it's connected to if I can.
Okay.
You can't necessarily. It doesn't seem to. It's just like it's part of the spine of the book, like flush with it. But you can see there's like a little line where the break is. Can't really see. It's not like there's wires hanging out from it or anything like that.
Everyone get out of the room and you mage hand it then.
Right. So we all get out of the room.
Right,
I'm
so
right at the threshold.
All right. So you cast Mage Hand.
Yep. So it's this little like floating spectral hand.
Mm-hmm.
It goes to where that button is.
Okay.
And since it can't attack, activate magical items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
But it can exert that enough force to do that.
Yeah, it can exert force, so it's just gonna press the button.
Okay, so it presses the button and you hear click, and the button comes back out. Boom! And the door slams shut in front of you.
It's just like right into my face. And
yeah, because you were like on the edge, kind of like guiding your hand. So it hits the button. There's like you hear a click. There's a few seconds pause, and then the door just on its own slams in front of you, and you just hear, and you can feel heat start emanating through the metal door in front of you.
Oh god! I hurt my fucking nose. Oh.
A couple of minutes pass, and you can. It sounds like like a butane torch in there. Just.
Oh, it found the button.
You can see the door starts to get red hot, and actually starts to glow from your side. And then after about 5 minutes, about 5 minutes in, you hear it turn off.
Everything that is holy and unholy.
My mage hand's still in there.
Yeah, mage hand is just like. Oh god.
It's got a duration of a minute, so it would have dispelled.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have the mage hand. Actually, no, fuck it. If it's okay,
I've got an unseen servant I can send in there.
Here's my line of thinking out of character to all of you guys, so we can be on the same page here. I'm thinking red dragon, changes form to a child, can survive that, and then shifts planarly from that room.
Possibly.
That's what I'm thinking.
But why?
Right now.
Why red dragon? Oh, because they're the evil ones.
Because they're fire resistant. They don't take damage from fire. Or they do take damage.
Why? Why are they killing
Note to
kids
self.
like this?
Make them fight Red Dragon.
it's my nightmare, Ben.
Is the door still red hot, right?
Well, it seems like the heat source has turned off, so it slowly starts cooling down. Like, it doesn't take long before
I can open it with my mage hand.
The glow
while it's still
dissipates,
hot.
but it's still like fucking hot as shit.
I was just gonna hit
We
with
need
ray
to
of
find
frost.
out where the fire is being emitted from. Is it going to be the fireplace?
That would be my guess.
I would crazily assume that's where the magical fire that's going there goes.
Why don't I do this? I'm just going to. All right, everybody, get ready. I don't think anything's going to be on fire in here because everything's metal. But, yeah, mage hand again. It's a cantrip, so it doesn't freaking matter.
Don't matter.
And it's gonna turn the doorknob and push slightly.
Right, so the door slides open, and you can like a blast of heat. It's like opening the oven door when you're baking a pizza. Just down the hallway. You all kind of gotta cover your eyes for a second. Then after
actually feels really good on my crushed nose. Actually,
it dissipates after a moment, and you guys can see into the room. And as you're gazing in, you can see those draconic runes are blazoned red hot in their corners. And as the temperature starts to fade, you see them start to dissipate.
Did anyone ever take Dispel Magic?
I did.
Wait, you did?
Yeah. I'm the utility wizard. Of course I did.
Wait.
Remember he opened the door?
Yeah, remember I
used
dispelled
it on
the
the
door at a
door
knife
before.
level spell?
Yeah, no, I
Are you a
didn't.
warlock?
Yeah, you're a warlock.
Yes, I'm a warlock, though. You don't know that in character.
So, why that was... Yeah, because that means he had to pledge himself to, like, some sort of dark...
For all you
demon
know,
god.
I'm just a sorcerer.
So,
I
what are we
that's
doing?
not true. Rebecca.
Is on the phone.
Yeah, we'll wait for you to finish.
Anyway, what's your thing? But out of
I'm
character,
thinking-
you know, you said red dragon.
Yeah.
It could also just be a dragon, not dragonborn, but a dragon-blooded sorcerer.
No, because you can't... Because polymorph is a different thing. Sorcerers don't get
Could be a
changed.
demon.
Could be a demon, but they don't normally change themselves. They're very proud of who they are. It's a dragon is a very conniving,
they
evil
hide
son of
all
a
the
bitch who hides a lot.
They don't necessarily.
what do you need,
dragons
Brooke?
won't necessarily believe in honor or doing what's fair.
Chromatic dragons mostly, which is why I say red. But Rebecca, why don't you cast Dispel Magic on the runes?
I'll try it.
Because if it's a very high level magic spell, then possibly the individual who casted the magic or made the runes would be connected to it somehow and would immediately figure something out was wrong, and then we have to deal with them. But I mean, it's better than just sitting here for the rest of our lives with like 1,000 like ghost children.
Hey.
As far as we know, they don't even have food in this
Magical effect
place.
within range, tier level lower than target for each. Okay.
If we're doing this from the hallway.
Okay. So Rebecca, you cast Dispel Magic on the mantelpiece where the where the runes are, and the runes are almost faded out of sight. You cast Dispel Magic on them, and they just disappear.
Okay.
Right.
Now,
Hold on.
everyone out of the room push the mage hand button again.
Hold on. Can I quickly read Unseen Servant? Because it might be better if we can get it to do it, and if it sees anything.
If you could get Sir Arthur Grimsby to do it for you.
Go, Arthur! Go, Arthur! I don't want to be burned. You're a
United your
spirit.
unseen servant?
Yes, you did.
I don't know if Artlocks put the Sir in there or if I just added that in because it sounded good, but
Oh.
But
I don't know
technically,
which
knight it.
well, you're royalty, so I mean, anything you create with your body should be royalty. Your children would be, so your unseen servants, who knows?
Oh my god, it can mend things for me.
So for you, get a sewing kit.
Like pour wine as well. Fantastic.
Yes, it's literally like it's a servant.
So I guess can you it can inform us of things, right?
That's
They can
what I'm
deliver
trying to find
messages.
out. It's a mindless, shapeless force. So
Yeah, I the way I see them is it's like half an ethereal butler.
So it would be able to inform us what it's for, or at least me, maybe.
How long does it last?
Like an hour in it.
Well, under duration you have instantaneous, so I'm not sure. Oh, that's Rebecca's. No, that's Dispel Magic. I'm sorry.
Unseen servant. One hour.
Okay.
All right, let's do that then. Everybody, just kind of step back.
Everyone back outside of the
So
burning
you
room.
cast Unseen Servant. Sir Arthur Grimsby appears next to you. You inform him of what you want him to do, to go into the room, to press the little button you found, and then to just wait there and
See what happens.
and see what happens. So you
So
see him
horrible.
glide into the room, and you see his ethereal hand go down and click. A couple seconds go by, and then clang, the door slams in front of you again, and you hear the... For a few minutes, you see the door glow red hot. You wait for the sound to stop, and you wait for the door to cool down a little bit, and then...
Well, actually, Sir Arthur Grimsby could just open it immediately. So he doesn't give a shit about fire.
So you're saying the plan is to turn on the furnace, then open the door
No,
to the
no,
furnace?
I mean after it's off.
You don't want to wait for it to cool down?
That'd be like opening like a forge, like
Just so that we can see inside. My logic here is I want to see if those runes have reappeared.
it incinerates everything. It's just black dust on the ground. Like that's enough to your eyes would pop if you were close enough to that heat.
I mean, I can hit the door with Ray of Frost if you want to cool it off.
I mean, yeah, it's okay. We can wait.
All right. You wait several minutes. The door cools down. You push it open. Sir Arthur
the
Grimsby's
room's back.
just kind of sitting there, ethereally, kind of.
For some reason, I get the image that he's got the towel over his forearm.
Yeah.
He's got a top hat and
He's-
stuff and a monocle.
You can only see him from the sternum up, and the bottom half is just kind of like ethereal mist. But he's standing there with his one arm with the towel, and he's got that Alfred look to him, like very put upon.
AskJeeves.com.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
God, is that still a thing?
I think
I don't know.
So, what do you guys want to do?
What did he see? Artlocks, what did he see?
He looks at you and goes, "The fireplace erupted flames, sir."
And not in a normal way.
Did anything else happen?
Any glowing
No.
symbols on the wall?
Shakes his head.
Portals?
What about dispel magic on the fire?
I can do that.
What level spell is this that you're using?
It's a third level spell.
Third level spell slot. I only got 2 of them.
Is there anything else you can do at third level spell spot?
Counter spell. That's about it. That's all I know other than that and clairvoyance.
Probably a good idea not to do this again. Not to do the dispel thing again.
Actually, Artlocks, could you ask your servant here if there's actually a chimney up into the fireplace?
Yeah.
Since he could just stick his head in there.
He heads on over, sticks his head into the fire, sticks his head back out, and he goes, "It seems to go somewhere, so
Up, or is there another room?
up."
Go.
Wait a second. The unseen servant, it doesn't it can go through walls and stuff, right?
It can into existence in unoccupied space. So, wouldn't be able to go through.
No, it's not a ghost. It's just invisible.
Yeah.
And performs medial tasks.
And it can only be 60 feet away from Artlocks.
I think we need to search this whole place. think room by room.
The whole house, yeah.
The whole house.
Okay.
We need to search it. We need to do that. I think this is a. I think if it is what I'm thinking, which I mean, there's a good chance it's not. But if it is a red dragon, then it has planar transport, which means there's no portal here. There's nothing. This is just a room to burn shit up.
This is probably just a killing room. There's probably nothing in it.
Yeah, there's nothing here. So let's check everywhere else in the house. Who knows? Maybe we'll find something. Maybe there'll be a transport scroll somewhere in here.
How long does it take before the fire comes back after I do prestidigitation?
Just a second.
Would it be long enough to throw an owl up a chute?
Sure.
Because I can throw the owl up the chimney, and that owl has dark vision.
Okay.
You finally found something that dark vision. Good job.
Yeah, and it can fly. So I'm going to deploy the recon owl.
Okay. So you deploy the owl, press the decision, and
hurl the owl.
Shove it into the flume, and then
flies up the chute.
And then it like a bat stuck in a chimney in an old house. Just, you see it just goes up this like narrow corridor and then bloop, plops out the top, not quite at the top of the tower. Just seems to like diagonally go out part of the side of the tower, and you can see through the owl's eyes that there are like ash stains further up the tower where the chimney like exits out.
Oh God! Like maybe someone tried to escape through the flume,
or maybe hundreds of years of
burning children might
burn something has sustained the side.
I mean, think of the amount of ash that came out of the furnaces. That like. It's gonna leave some on the inside.
Okay.
So why don't we go around and let's just.
Okay, gang, let's split up and look for clues. Zoinks!
Moving swiftly along.
Zoinks!
Ben, how many other rooms are there? Can we tell?
It's a large mansion, so dozens.
Upstairs, or is the only room
bringing
upstairs?
the owl back to you, Tog?
Yeah, I'm gonna prestidigitation and have the owl fly out.
Okay, so you command your unseen servant to your familiar to nosedive back down the chimney, and as you could hear its wings slapping into the sides coming down, you prestidigitation out the fire, and it flaps around the room for a little bit, then lands on your shoulder. And Rebecca, as its wings flap through the room as it does a circle, you see it disturbs a little bit of dust that has gathered in crevices, and you see a tiny little number underneath the button you guys have been pushing.
I move over and very carefully clean off the rest of the dust so I can look at it.
It is just a number. It is not encoded in any way, and it says 4.
Oh.
Where was the rune that had 4 on it? Upper left.
Right.
Upper left.
Up the left of the mantle.
Top right.
It's 2, 4, 3. 2, 4, 2, 3.
Remember, flip that because it's a camera.
Okay. Is there anything there in the mantelpiece where the 4 was? Like an indentation or anything?
That's where the rune was. You dispelled it. It's gone.
Okay. So it's just a flat surface.
It's
a mantelpiece.
It's like stone work. What it looks like stone woodwork and wooden mantelpiece, but it's all just
okay.
Painted metal.
Are there any other numbers in the room?
And do a check. Start looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll assist you.
Okay.
So that we get advantage.
Okay. You spend some time, rubbing, trying to blowing on a book. You see a bunch of ash, just a lot of gets in your eyes and in your mouth as you're trying to displace it.
You just got a child in your mouth there.
It's a little disturbing. And what you manage to come across is several more numbers. 2 of them are too high to reach, but there's another one on the opposite side of the doorway, and it seems like there's several more buttons that accompany them.
So
There's a 2, a 3, and a 4.
So if you're facing the doorway, and to the lower right of the doorway, you found a button with a number 4 on it. The bottom left, if you're facing the doorway, you found a button with a number 2 on it. And then way up at the top of the room, out of reach, there is a little. You see, because now you know what you're looking for. Upper right, you see a 3. Upper left, you see a 1.
Ben, just as a clarification, Unseen Servant, he does have an AC and a hit point.
A hit point.
So
he has a hit point. That's a good point.
Was he evaporated by the fire?
He would have been dispelled by the fire then.
Shit.
I didn't actually think that he had stats, but no,
he did. It's in the there. He has a strength of 2, can't attack.
So yeah, the fire would have killed Arthur Grimsby. Well,
the hand doesn't though. The hand doesn't.
Arthur Grimsby the Third, I believe that would have been.
Yeah. Do you treat them all as children?
So if we want to match the things on the okay, so the only number that's not on the fireplace is the number 1.
Do we want to try and mage hand the number 1 and see what happens outside of the room?
If not, we need to figure out the order that's on the... Yeah.
Sure.
So let's all get out of the room and hit the 1.
Everybody out of the room. Let's do another mage hand.
Out of the blast chamber.
Press the 1. This time I am staying.
That's upper left. You're sending him up, and he hits the number 1, and you hear click. A couple seconds go by. Pooh! Door shuts. Repeats the process.
Okay, so we've got to try and match the order on the fireplace.
Room heats up. Cools back down. You guys push the door back open. Still,
but there is no way to complete the order in there because it just like okay, all right.
4, 2, 2, 3.
Yeah, no, we've been hitting 4 first. It could be 2, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3.
What is the one that's out
2,
of reach,
4.
Ben?
What about it?
1 and 3.
1 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So it goes if you're looking at the doorway.
Yep.
Is 1 in the upper left, 3 in the upper right, 2 in the lower left, 4 in the lower right.
Coswin, could you get the mage hand to hit 2, 4, 3, 2?
Sure I can. It's just it's still there, so
yeah. Everyone out of the room again.
Everybody goes out of the room.
It does that pattern.
So you go. It goes click.
Flip.
A couple seconds go by before it gets to the other one. Door slams shut. Repeats the process.
I think we need to check the damn building because
well, the children said that there was nothing. It wasn't disturbed.
He might have left a code there ages ago, though.
True.
And who knows? I mean, he could be invisible,
or draconic for dummies,
or he could just have the ability to wipe the memories of the children, so they don't recognize that it comes back down. I mean, that's something as well. So let's just check the building. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's everybody split up, gang, and let's look for clues.
Just have everybody roll an investigation check.
Da-da-da.
Oh boy.
Could be worse, Sir Adrian. You could be me.
I'm more focused on writing.
I guess I find a particularly interesting book or something, or that the entire building's just metal. Is that
it's all an incinerator.
You guys spend the next several hours going room to room. You see ethereal children in nearly every room doing like mundane tasks. You find bedrooms complete with bedclothes and 4 posters and dressers filled with clothing. You find kitchen fully stocked, not with food, but with utensils and, cooking implements. Storerooms that could potentially hold food for, for a family for weeks, but are empty and dry. It's a normal house.
It's going to be something weird like this person could never have children, so he decided to take everybody else's or something.
And then what? Put his family home in a goddamn demi-plane? Like what?
So he could spend an eternity with his family that he's creating.
Okay, Ben. I didn't find anything with that 20.
You found room after room after room. It is indistinguishable from the Artlocks' manor. It is very fine. There's furniture, empty fireplaces with no with no wood, no fire, no ash in them. Rugs, furniture,
like it's all a ruse.
Candlesticks, but nothing.
Is there anything valuable in here? What are the candlesticks made out of?
Silver.
Silver?
Yeah.
Loot.
I mean, the children aren't going to need this stuff, right?
And we can buy them proper graves with it.
We can make a memorial when we burn down that house that brought them here.
We could open up a children's burn center.
Well, that's some bad taste.
Horrible taste.
Wow.
Horrible taste.
Gather their ashes and turn them into jewelry.
That's even a worse taste.
I go to Artlocks after we do the search and just like,
guys, meet back up in the foyer. Nothing of interest.
Didn't find a thing, but silver candlesticks.
But
if you want them, have them.
Well, I can't carry them.
Oh, for fuck's sake! You need to buy yourself a backpack for your goddamn loot sometime.
I have a backpack. I just can't carry a lot because I'm a weakling.
Yeah, same.
Oh man.
I mean,
okay.
if you could find another bag of holding, I'd definitely take that. That'd be great.
I'd definitely take more bags of holding. It'd be fantastic.
Was there a library in this house?
Yeah, upstairs.
Made of metal.
Was it
A real library, then?
Nope.
Did we encounter a study?
Nope.
Other than the metal study of doom.
Bedroom. A master bedroom.
There's bedrooms all over the place. There's not any
is there one that's distinguishable as the master bedroom?
Nope.
Oh.
Anywhere with any parchment.
Yeah, you could like loot through desks and drawers and bureaus and stuff like that and find.
There must be another part to this house then.
Or it is that room and we just too stupid to figure it out.
Yeah.
What if we cast a spell on one of the children?
Seems like a waste of a third level spell.
I'm thinking out of the box here, okay? Now track with me. Track with me here. Track with me here. Track with me here. Shh. All right? He's went through a lot of trouble to get these children here. Okay? And to keep them here. If we dispel and they go away, he's got to know something happened.
So you're asking me?
They're already dead, Rebecca. You can't hurt them anymore.
They're still alive, as in their spirit.
No, they're not. Coswin shoots his hand out to one of the kids and just kind of like
goes through, comes back.
They're not alive anymore.
The kid runs off crying.
The kid doesn't notice.
Listen, I would rather use my second dispel magic.
Was there any quill and ink anywhere? Just laying about?
Stop writing your
fucking why are you
thesis.
Just fucking go to Office Depot? Jesus Christ!
I feel like we're partying with Edmund, but not.
I didn't realize my life was going to end this way. It turned out to be like this.
Well, hey,
you do not
here's a nice little pick me up here. No matter what you write, nobody will ever find it.
So.
You find quills, but no ink.
No.
Is all the inkwells dry, like it's been here for thousands of years?
Guys, I've just realised something. The fire's magical, right?
Yes.
Why don't we dispel the fire?
I said that! You said don't waste my dispel magic!
Well, what would
I can go do that!
I mean, we could wait. I mean, if anything, we could just keep trying dispelling every rune inside of that room. We'd be here for a week, but I mean, there's plenty of beds, so.
I know.
And Perry can just eat like the carpet or something.
Start eating the drapes.
Can he eat a ghost child?
No.
Find it fulfilling.
Spiritual cannibalism? Is that what we're doing right now? What if we do this? What if we do this though? What if we call out to the broken city outside and try and talk with the creature while we still stay inside of this building?
Hey, ugly.
I could do, yeah.
We're in here. You're out there.
We're gonna keep it that way, but we want to have a dialogue. That's an option.
That's the plan. That's what we're gonna go with.
We have no idea what our plan is, Ben. Just give us a minute.
I'm going to go upstairs and dispel the fire with dispel magic and see what happens.
I'm gonna guess the fire goes away.
You cast dispel magic on the fire. It disappears.
Now you have to get Roach to use his magic hand.
Now push the frickin' button, Coswin.
It's a cantrip. It's fine.
2, 4, 3, 2.
All right, that's what I do. 2, 4,
Are you staying in the room, Rebecca?
2.
No.
Okay, so everybody goes in there. Which one are you hitting first?
Whatever Artlocks just told me to press.
What Artlocks? Which did you say?
So, in reading order, it would be of the if I was reading it like a book, the Draconics, it'd be 2, 4, 3, 2. Correct?
Right, you're looking at where the runes were, or where the
where the runes were.
That was it was 4, 2, 2, 3.
Oh, that then. Do it in that order.
There are 2 2s. How do you do 2 2s in an order?
You push the button twice.
Yeah.
Boop.
So you're hitting which button? So that's what I got to know. Is which order are you doing them in?
Obviously,
as you would read it.
So just
4.
So
2,
upper left,
2,
upper right, lower left, lower right.
Yeah.
Unless we're speaking Hebrew and then we're doing it.
And you're
reverse.
just doing 1, 1, 1, 1.
Ben, as a practiced magical practitioner who's been to schooling, is Draconic usually read left to right, or is it up and down, down to
left to right? Yeah, left. It's not like Japanese. It's cool.
Or Hebrew.
Right. Okay.
It's cool.
It's cool. It's normal.
All right then. Yes, we'll do it like Artlocks just said.
So you're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, like a Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go. Everybody steps out. Mage hand comes back. You hit the first button in the upper left hand corner. Click. Comes out. A couple seconds go by. Door slams shut, and you hear. Again, the fire comes back.
Hey Rebecca, thanks for using that 3rd level dispel magic. This is great.
Shut up, Royce.
Okay. Clearly, we've got to
Don't
try
start
and get the
that shit
code
again.
order.
Unless
So
you have a better
we've got the
plan.
numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Ben, can
And
we have
the runes-
like a visual? Can we have like an actual visual aid here? Because the reversal of the camera is making it very hard to figure out which
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm
side
saying.
everything's on.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it for you got upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right.
Lower right.
Because that is you. Because you got 2 directions to look: at the fireplace and at the door.
Okay, so the buttons in the room, how are they laid out?
The buttons are laid out. So the one in the upper left is labeled 1. Upper right is labeled 3. Lower left is labeled 2. Lower right is labeled 4. My chat says left, right, A, B, start.
So, God, I feel like I'm back in maths class.
it's like 4 numbers.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay, so the correspondence all add up to 5, except one corner adds up to 6.
And that helps you out how?
So there's one section that's different, because 4 plus 1 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5, but 2 plus 4 is 6.
You don't got that right.
Really?
Nope.
Shit. Okay.
So you've got. I think you've got the other ones, the runes backwards.
Oh,
So
That's why we're saying it's hard to figure out.
If you're looking at the fireplace, Midge.
Yeah.
The runes on the fireplace. Upper left of the fireplace is 4. Upper right is 2. Lower left is 2. Lower right is 3.
Okay, I had the 2 and the 3 the wrong way around the bottom.
That's why I was looking. I was like, "Oh, maybe Midge does need to go back to math class."
Okay, so we got 5, 5, 4, 7. Damn, that one out the window.
God damn.
3 and 4.
Yeah, those ones line up together.
Okay, the only ones that line up then is the bottom left 2s.
So let's hit that. Let's do that. We literally have an unlimited number of chances. It's a cantrip I'm using. So
Yeah.
we'll do that.
So everybody steps out, and you're hitting lower left button.
Yeah, the lower left is a 2, right?
It's a 2.
Yeah.
So let's do 2.
Click. Slam. Fire. Wait.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna hit one we haven't hit yet. We're just gonna go through every button. It'll take everybody just go downstairs, sit down. Just gonna do those.
While you do that, I'm gonna go investigate the rest of the house.
Okay.
You guys already did that.
We already did that. Yeah, you rolled an 11 on your investigation check.
It's right there in chat. So you go in there, you hit each button one time. Every single time you hit the button, you hear a click. There's a couple seconds, and then.
What if I hold? Okay, I do the bottom left 2 again, but instead of clicking it, I'm gonna hold the button.
All right, you hold the button. Nothing happens.
We need more mage hands.
I'm gonna let go of the button now.
You let go of the button, you hear click. A couple seconds go by, the door slams shut.
2.5.
Is the fire still up now?
Yeah, it came back after it was dispelled. It was dispelled and stayed out, and then the next time you tripped the trap, it came back.
I'm gonna go into the room and see if there's. I'm gonna try and perceive if there's anything we're missing.
Anything wincing?
That we're missing. So,
missing.
Is there extra numbers, extra anything?
Okay. You got plenty of time, so do it with advantage. It doesn't fucking matter. Everything in this room, you've already seen. As far as you know. There's two sets of numbers, one on the mantelpiece, one on the buttons.
Problem solving's like sadism.
Yeah, and why? We're so bad at this. I'm not even gonna bother to try because math for me is. No.
What math?
Hang on. Quick question. You know the meat that was on the mantelpiece? Is it very char grilled now?
It's gone.
Yeah, okay.
It's ash.
There's just like a little like.
We knew the flames hurt people because your unseen servant died. Remember?
Arthur Grimsby's dead.
Until I cast the spell again.
Yeah. Is that a level 1 spell? Well, Cosman, you got an unseen servant too.
Yeah, so do I.
No, I don't. I have an mage hand.
No, you have an unseen servant.
No, I don't.
You have
Yes,
one
you
for
do.
your ring.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? I barely read this damn thing.
So what you're telling me is
Fuck's
that
sake.
we need to get all
You
the
always
unseen
get on
servants.
my case about making those things, then you don't read them.
So
Oh,
all
yeah,
I'm
1d3. Wait a sec. Holy shit! I got it. I got it. Artlocks is unseen servant concentration.
Don't think so.
No.
Duration 1 hour, level 1. It's a ritual.
Yeah, it's a ritual.
It's a ritual. Okay. Oh wait, what? I have 1d3 charges of unseen servant. So I have 3 right now because I've never used it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 3 unseen servants, a mage hand, and you have an unseen servant. That's 5.
And I have
Five.
an unseen
And
servant.
he-
so
we got
6. How many buttons are in the room?
And my
Four.
4, 5. There's 5
Four, as
buttons.
far as we know.
There's 5.
There's 5
Five.
buttons.
Where's
There's
the
one
fifth?
on the book, remember?
That is
There was
one
one
that
on
we're
the book.
counting.
Oh god, a visual
Oh, I
aid
thought-
would.
There
For future
are-
reference, a visual aid would very
I'm
much help. In
sorry.
this
There's
situation.
there's only a very limited number of elements. I didn't think a visual aid was necessary for this. There's 4 buttons up, in each quadrant. There's 4 buttons in the quadrants. Each button is numbered, and then there's the draconic runes, 4 of them on the mantelpiece.
Well, I
So
thought there was
then-
one on the bookshelf.
Yeah.
They're
Or is this
all on
part
the,
of-
but they're it's books. The entire walls are all fake bookshelves, so all the buttons are on the
Oh, I thought
bookshelves.
this was around the door.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I'm
Yeah,
so
but-
confused.
Just Jesus, man.
The
Okay.
entire room is completely
Are you suggesting we
covered.
press all the buttons?
Yes, in sequence, since it goes from 1 to 4.
So at the same time.
Summon
See,
our unseen-
here's the thing: if we do this, like, I basically this is the one chance we get.
Unless you
we
want
do
to
it
spend
with
a night.
ourselves.
Unless we want to spend it, and well, not even if we want to spend a night, because I have a D3 charge, so I could just get 1 tomorrow.
True.
So it doesn't. So yeah, it's this is our
I mean,
last chance.
I mean, I could use my spell as well, and
Well,
Becky
you,
could
guys,
die.
you guys technically have 5 unseen servants. Coswood's got 3, Artlocks has got 1, Rebecca's got 1.
then we've got a mage hand.
So
I was just thinking, I love the idea that maybe when we first came in it, if one of us just came in it and just pushed a button and just they just killed themselves,
We would die!
that would have been hilarious.
I'm thinking about just doing that now.
I'm just gonna
Walks
like
in
I'm
here and
making a
goes,
blank,
oh,
I'm
what does
making
this button do?
Making a
Ah!
blank page.
So hey,
and I'm
chat,
drawing-
you have any ideas? You see anything on his screen? Maybe let us know.
I've got it on a post-it note. It's not on the screen.
Enhance that image!
Zoom and enhance.
You want to see the
Zoom
back of
in.
a post-it note again?
Shit!
It's all important. So
Okay, hang on. I'm drawing you a visual aid right now.
Thank you.
It's just gonna be like... So what you're
So
telling
the
me...
only number that isn't repeated is 1.
Well,
Did
listen.
we ever press
no.
1?
No.
Yeah,
no,
we
no,
did.
no.
Yeah, because I pressed all of them.
Listen. The first 4 are inside the mantelpiece. We dispelled them.
You just spelled one of them.
He just spelled all of them. They're all gone.
All
Oh.
of them in the mantelpiece. They're gone. So ignore those, since they haven't come back.
Right.
All right.
Right?
So text. Okay, text. Okay.
We've
So,
got
this
1
is-
4, which is the button we've kept hitting, which the first button we discovered, which lit the room on fire.
We've hit every button.
Yes, you
Yes,
hit
but
all
have
the
we
buttons.
hit them all at the same time?
No.
We have the chance to. Have we hit them in sequence? No.
No, because the door
We have the
slammed shut
ability
before.
now to hit them in sequence.
And you wonder why
All
I
right,
do writing.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. I got my shit almost done here.
Is it like the
MS
Fonz
Paint.
level of drawing?
Yeah, it's MS Paint. I'm using Roll20 for this. Text, one more right there. That is that. There we go. Okay, and now we're going over here. Hang on a sec, I gotta do a couple, because I got so many maps. You're going back to Medusa for a second. Alright.
Medusa.
And everybody should be able to see this, right?
Yep.
You got a doorway.
Yeah,
You got a doorway and a mantelpiece. The doorway is the one that looks like a doorway. The mantelpiece is the one that's wider.
That looks like a double wide doorway.
Okay.
And then
What
the doorway.
What are you looking at? I'm only seeing the Medusa fight right now.
Oh,
you should be on the next page. All the players are on this page. Does
I'm
everybody
not-
else see it?
Yep.
I don't.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me reload the thing.
And just to clarify, Ben, the 4 by the door is the first button we found.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Each of those numbers on the doorway corresponds to a button. Each of the numbers on the mantelpiece corresponds to a rune that was dispelled and is no longer there.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
First thing we're gonna do. I think I get it now. See, the visual aid helps a lot because I'm a visual learner, Ben. I don't.
Yeah, same.
I can't do it in the head.
I'm a kinesthetic learner.
I'm a kinesthetic learner.
Jesus
Okay, don't
Christ.
throw your big words around here.
So
I learn while I move.
Kinesthetic.
Mage.
Kinesthetic is the third one. You got hearing.
It doesn't matter right
seeing,
now. Hold on.
kinesthetic.
We might get out of here.
Kinesthetic means
Everyone-
kinesthetic. It means you have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mage hand. I'm gonna mage hand the 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. So you go to the upper left-hand corner.
Yes.
Click. You start moving the mage hand down, the door slams shut, and the process repeats.
All right. So that one doesn't work. Let's see here.
I mean, you've already gone through and hit
We've
every
already
single one of
done
those
this
buttons
before.
once. Every
I've
single
hit them
time
all.
you hit-
I've hit them once, but I'm saying is I'm trying to hit them in sequence. Like
You
the mage hand
can't
doesn't have a
hit
speed
them.
limit.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just shows. Well, it still needs to physically move from one space to the next. It can't be in multiple places at once.
Okay. Can you get the mage hand to hold down
Yeah.
the 1 for 4 seconds?
Okay.
All right,
what?
so we're about.
And then
You
release.
got mage hand back. You hold down the 1 for 4 seconds.
I mean, it doesn't go away. Like it's
Nothing happens.
okay. 4 seconds.
Well, I mean, it doesn't go
Okay.
away, but what's the time limit on it?
I don't know. I mean, it's unlimited, Ben. I don't like. I mean, it doesn't have an unlimited timeline, but it's a cantrip. So
Okay. So you hold
Like,
down the
I
button
mean,
for 4 seconds. Nothing happens.
And you release it after the 4 seconds, I mean.
All right,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
release it. A couple seconds go by.
Click.
Well, as soon as you release it, you hear the click. A couple seconds go by, and the door slams
Okay.
shut, and fire repeats.
So it's not button combined with time of the button.
I still say we do that in sequence thing.
You already did.
Yeah, but what sequence?
No,
The-
Ben, we haven't. Not at the same time.
yes. You what you have done
No.
is you hit the 1, and before the hand gets to the next button,
he said the same time, Ben.
Ben,
Oh, you wanna
at
try
the
'em all?
same time.
how do you do something in sequence at the same time?
Yeah.
Wow.
That doesn't make any sense.
Or we could
If
press
it's at the
and hold.
same time, it's all at once. If it's in sequence, it's one and then the other.
Okay, then we can try all at once. We
I
have the
don't-
ability to.
We once.
Well,
we
you
have the
could-
ability to do
Actually,
once.
Ben, you're not thinking about it clearly. You can push one, then you go back in time. You push the other at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
then you go
Ben,
back in time again.
obviously.
There we
Time
go.
is wibbly wobbly.
Just you're not thinking clearly, Ben. That's common sense.
So we've pressed all the buttons.
So the buttons, the only buttons are the ones on the door.
Yep,
Yeah.
the ones that
At least
select.
that we know of.
Yeah. You guys have thoroughly searched the room at this point.
door.
Okay, so there's only buttons on the door, and those were the okay.
Kit 4, 2, 2, 3.
We tried that. The door swang shut.
2, 2, 3.
You're saying we've got to make the mage hand be quicker?
Give it some speed.
Give it some of that cocaine from fucking Rebecca's book.
Just hands it cocaine.
Make a narcotics check.
A narcotics check.
Why has the mirror been added?
Well, because that's what I'm thinking has something to do with this.
Because you guys keep bitching that there's not enough visuals, so I'm adding more in as we go.
More visuals! All the visuals!
Well, because the mirror is...
Yeah, Mage Hand lasts a minute.
Yeah, it lasts a minute, but it also moves 30 feet each time. You move it up to 30 feet each time I use it. So, like, it has a movement speed of 30 feet.
So it could hit them in the right order.
Yeah, it could hit them very quickly in sequence.
Very accurate fire, Ben. Thank you.
Oh, now you got to get a little blue one.
Yeah, little tiny... No, not blue. Blue.
Why would it be blue?
Because fire eventually becomes blue.
The hottest point of a fire is
This
blue.
is like a small campfire. It's not
I don't
melted
care!
steel.
Fire wouldn't be that hot.
I mean, it is when the door closes.
Well, yeah.
It turns... When it closes, it's a crematorium.
Have we tried moving the mirror?
Is it like inside?
We tried shooting it multiple times. It didn't move. So.
Actually, Ben,
I mean, like,
Mage Hand to take it
hang
off.
on. Ben,
Physically move the mirror.
is the mirror set into the wall or just hanging?
It's hanging.
I move
Ben-
over and try and move the mirror.
I mean, wouldn't the mirror...
Right? You grab the mirror and it comes off the wall. It's not a frame.
What's
It's
behind the
heavy.
mirror?
It's a wall.
Is there anything on the mirror?
Rebecca's face.
Ew.
I mean, on the back.
No.
I set
Nothing on the
mirror-
wall behind
I
it.
lean the mirror against the wall and then shoot it with an Eldritch Blast.
You shoot
Does
it with an Eldritch Blast, and this
Does it
time,
do the wobble wobble?
yeah, it does the brrr thing, and this time it falls over from the blast and lands on the floor.
So that mirror's always been a mirror.
Okay, this is random thinking. If you hang it back up and look at the door, right? The door's directly...
Wait a
with the mirror?
second.
Oh,
It doesn't, like,
reflect-
change anything
This
or
is like the
anything?
7th wait a second, so let's see what's going on.
Hadrian, hold that fucking thing up. I like your thinking.
Why not just put back on the goddamn wall?
Because you're better. You're stronger than me.
Alright, what is
I'm
the
not-
plan? What are you trying to do?
We want to look at the buttons in the mirror.
Reversed.
Okay, so you
Well,
look
just
at
through the mirror.
reversed.
Yeah.
you look in the mirror and the buttons, you know, they're still there.
It's just... They're just like looking through a mirror.
It's like looking through a mirror. They're just reversed.
So, but that could be the clue, and we press the buttons in reverse. So
Right.
the one for
Man.
4.
Obviously, Coswin's or who has the best intelligence in the party? I have a +2, 15. Who has the best intelligence in the party?
15
You
all.
probably.
17.
17.
What?
Sir Hadrian is a very smart individual. In fact, that's like college level, like professor in this
Yeah.
world, because
It's
I think
10
20 is god
on
level.
average.
Yeah. So, can Hadrian roll an intelligence check to not be an idiot like we are?
Don't put this
Because
pressure on me.
our
Because
characters...
Ben, we don't understand
Yeah.
this puzzle. We've been here for an hour. We haven't
More
been
actually
able
like
to-
almost 2 hours.
yeah, we've been here for.
I don't know how to make. There's stuff
I
you
would
haven't
like
tried
to move
yet.
on.
We've pressed every
Okay.
button.
I'm
Press
gonna throw the
every
mirror
button
out
one
the fire.
time. What, you hit every button once before you get to the next button. The trap triggers. You never get to a second press.
Yeah, well, because I can't. Like, we don't have the ability.
Unless we do what I said.
What did you say?
Fine.
We
Put all
have
the unseen servants in there and stuff.
and they wait
At each button.
and then press the button rapidly in succession.
You guys doing that?
All at the same time.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, whatever. I cast 3
What
unseen.
other ideas do you have?
Alright, nobody else waste them. I cast all 3 unseen servants from my ring. I cast my mage hand so that I have 4 things that can press a button. So we have Jeeves, Martha, and Elizabeth. My 3 unseen
And
servants.
Arthur Grimsby.
Right in that. And no,
mine.
just my 3.
Oh,
Just
your
my
three.
3 and my mage hand. And
His name is.
what do we want to
Tompkins.
do? Get a consensus before I do this.
What order do we want to press them? Or just all at the same time?
It's just
All at
done.
the same time.
I say we push them in succession.
Because Ben just said a second ago. This is probably a bit. This is meta, I guess. But I want to get it done. He just said like you push it and the thing always goes off before you finish. Same time. But yeah,
what is it, like is it like certain old phones where you hit all 4 at the same time and it does a menu option?
I'm waiting for a consensus. I'm not offering anything on this. What? Like,
you know what I feel.
No, I don't. Talk.
Succession. Not secession.
I think he's saying just do
it's
it
a seed
1, 2, 3,
from
4,
the building.
exactly as
in
it's
rapid
displayed.
succession. Yes. Yes, thank you for translating, Ben.
1, 2, 2, 3.
So what do we want to do? So Hadrian, Artlocks.
Question: What's fueling the fire?
Magic.
Is there any like logs there or anything?
Doesn't seem to be.
Great. Is there like a gas?
It's magic.
Magic.
Like Rebecca dispelled it and the fire went away. Then when the trap triggered again, it came back.
Magic. So okay, like I'm still waiting for a consensus because I'm not gonna perform an action and waste these 3. They got 1 shot in them. They got 1 HP. So
okay, so let's put it to a vote. Starting with Coswin, we'll work our way right. Coswin.
I am undecided. I have no. I've given up trying.
I have no strong opinion one way or the other. Okay, Artlocks.
I think they need to be. I think we need to quickly have 1 go 4, 1 do 2 twice, and then 1 do 3.
Okay, a form of succession.
So you're
Sense.
skipping one of the buttons?
Yeah, because there isn't a corresponding room.
Okay, Hadrian.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, we've got 2 for that system of succession, 1 for abstaining. Perry.
Yes.
Okay, 3. And I vote yes to that also.
All right, so everybody's out of the room. I'm going to have my
The motion carries.
Since we're only pressing 3 buttons, I'm going to have one of my unseen servants come outside of the room with me. We're going to make that one Elizabeth, or Jeeves, and whatever the other one was. Martha. They're in there. We're going to do what Artlocks just said.
Okay.
So that's going to be a. Wait a second. That's going to be a 4, 2, 2,
3.
3.
So that's the order. So you're doing lower right, lower left, upper left.
Yes. I've got 3 unseen servants. They're all going to be pressing it in that order in short succession. They have the reaction times of a person.
Yes.
So that's it. So it's not going to be click, click.
Okay.
It's going to be click,
I understand.
click. Okay?
Okay, so everybody goes back out, and you hear click, 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 click. Repeats.
Hey, look at that! There goes 2 unseen servants. And, well, my mage hand's still there, but I'm
The
going
mage hand's fine.
bring it back.
Mage hand don't give a shit.
I honestly didn't think this would be so bad.
What's
Ben,
that?
we had no. I didn't even know they were in a square. When I first heard you describe them, I thought they were in a fucking diamond. What did you think
I
it was
kept
going to
saying
be?
upper left, upper right, lower left, lower
I'm
right.
talking-
That's the only
Ben,
way
I'm
I described
I'm
it.
talking for the first 45 minutes. We've been here for 2 hours.
I
Okay?
know, and I didn't describe it any other way. I
Right.
described the mantle of the doorway the exact same way. 1, 2, 3,
So
4
we have
in quadrants.
3 more unseen servants and a mage hand. So what?
Jesus.
Everyone is dying slowly on the
I'm
inside.
going to do a. Can I do a flat intelligence check?
That's what I'm asking. Sir Hadrian has the best intelligence. Let him do
Yeah.
it.
Royce. Are you saying just do an intelligence check for me to tell you what the answer is?
We can
Adrian has a 17 intelligence.
For him to deduce extra clues that we might not be thinking.
I don't know how many extra clues I could give you without just telling you the answer.
Well, you know what, Ben? That might be the only way.
Also, to argue a fair point, just because we're stupid doesn't mean our characters are.
Yeah.
This is a role-playing, puzzle-solving issue right here.
But can a stupid person role-play as a smart person?
You can do an intelligence check. If you get a 20, I'll fucking tell you what it is.
Nope.
20.
Hold on. I can do better.
You got a pen luck. Wait, bardic inspiration.
Jesus Christ.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
bardic inspiration. I won't have to
Roll
spend
1d8.
Yeah, it's still not gonna give him a natural 20.
Oh.
Ben, we've went over this. It's a modifier.
Sir Hadrian, I'm trying to think of a way to give you a clue without just fucking telling you what it is. You guys, Sir Hadrian, you realize while looking that you have completely ignored one of the set of numbers.
One of the set.
What?
So I haven't been ignoring the mantle.
Ben, are there other numbers in this room?
No, there's only the ones I told you.
So we haven't ignored the... Oh, wait. Can we press the fucking runes?
The runes are gone.
No,
they were
they're gone.
dispelled. The only reason you guys know what they were was because Coswood wrote them down.
To touch them in the furnace? Like when they appear, we touch them?
Set of numbers in the...
Alright, here's another one. Okay, you realize that the set of numbers on the mantelpiece doesn't have a 1 in it, while the other set does.
We've
pressed the 1, though.
We've pressed the 1.
I had the...
Yes, I know you did. I've given you so many clues that you guys haven't paid attention to.
So
like
where's the
DM
other
meta
one?
knowledge, like trying to tell you without telling you.
So where's the other one, then?
It's just on the door. There's just the one on the door.
Yeah, but it's got to... If we've pressed it and it's closed and triggered the trap...
I'm getting ready to slit an ethereal child's throat and spread blood in here.
I have
So
one.
what I'm saying is the one must...
Gentlemen, I have one more suggestion.
What?
We press in sequence again, but we do it in sequence with the door since it has 1 through 4.
Don't have enough people.
We do. Because he has Mage Hand, he has one more
but yeah,
servant,
he has-
I have a
he has
servant,
one
and
more.
so does Artlocks. We can do it one more time.
Okay, let's do
We
that.
have no other options.
Get in there,
Or it
Elizabeth.
requires an actual sacrifice.
Go in, Sir Hadrian.
I don't know. I think how many unseen servants have we sacrificed? That should be
A
enough.
lot.
That should be enough HP to equal 1 peasant.
Okay.
So,
I got.
Wait. I just thought. Do you think maybe it's like you got to push the 1 4 times, the 2 2 times, the 3 2 times, and the 4 3 times?
well, we've only got 1 shot at
So
this.
we can't
That's
do
the
that.
only thing we can do. It's either we have to press them in sequence on the door. So 1 2 3 4.
Actually, no. We can test that theory by just pressing the 1 4 times with the mage hand. No, I tried that, didn't I? I tried that.
Yeah,
No,
you
you
tried that.
hold it down
What
for
we
4
could-
seconds.
What we could do...
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
it down for 4 seconds.
All right. All the unseen servants back out of the room. Mage hand goes up to the 1, and it tries pressing the 1 4 times in quick succession.
Okay, so you guys all scatter out of the room. You go up to the mage hand goes up to the corner. It presses the button. You hear click, 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 click. Do you have any
Oh,
other
for
plan
fuck's
after
sake.
that?
Tell it to do the 3 twice.
3 twice.
Goes over. Click,
For fuck's sake.
click.
The 2 twice.
Goes down to the other corner. Click, click.
And the 3 4 times.
Goes over.
Or,
To the last
or, you know
corner.
what I mean? You know what I mean? The 4 3
Click,
times.
click. And what you guys see is that the mirror is no longer reflecting the room on the other side. You can see another room through the
I'm
mirror.
gonna go kill myself now, okay?
So, for ages, I almost had it. It's just because we held it and not pressed it, those numbers.
How about you say we take a quick break here so we can all go slit our wrists?
I'm gonna go run a very hot bath.
And we'll be
grab
back in just a minute.
Gonna go chug a bottle of whiskey.
Drink myself to death.
Cosmo can't drink. Can't get drunk. The rest of us can go back and drink and forget he can't.
How much XP do I need to get to level 6 again? Is it 15,000?
14,000.
Is it 14?
14, because I remember I was looking at it earlier, and I thought
14,000?
I thought I got to level 7, but no, I just got to level. I was just looking at level 6.
Exactly 14,000.
I think so. Hold on, let me check.
Okay, I'm level 6 from last time. Then I went past it.
Well, like you and Hadrian are waiting to level up until you guys get back home right now.
I mean, they could just sleep here. There's nobody trying to attack them here or anything like that, and it's safe. There's nothing.
Yeah, that's what I asked about the other place, and everyone told me, "No, you stupid. Only if you're at like home." So.
Yep, 14,000 directly.
So you guys,
14,000 even.
The last hand, well, probably the hand. I don't know how many hours have passed of you guys pushing buttons.
Our existence.
Pushes the last button.
Whoever just tried, like erasing that, you know, you can just like drag
Click
select
and
and
yeah,
then delete it. Now you have all these little
you
bits.
guys see that the mirror goes from a perfect reflection of the room. It shimmers for a second, and you can see another chamber on the other side of it.
Right. I guess.
And now it looks more like a window than a mirror.
Can we open?
Can we go through it?
You going to?
I'll send the owl first.
Okay, so you summon your familiar. Well, it's still on you,
No, it's
isn't it?
sitting on my shoulder. I just throw it at the fucking
So-
mirror.
The,
This whole time, my mic has been muted. I've been talking to you guys.
Oh.
What did you say?
Is the fire still going?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just, you know, it's like a pleasant crackling. The walls have some residual heat to them still.
Whoever
It's not pleasant crackling. It's
So
it's
does that mean
mocking
the
me.
entire conversation that I actually got replies from NG a minute ago was just both of us talking to ourselves?
Wait, what? I couldn't hear you, Midge.
Oh my god! Because you had like exact answer replies to stuff I was saying.
Wait, what did you say?
It was like when you were before everyone was back, and you were talking about you and Sir Hadrian were talking about the whole we're kind of just shutting off thing. I've been talking for that
Crimson,
entire
yeah.
time.
Yeah, we didn't hear you at all.
Artlocks.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So, I'm not going to kill the person who is owning this mansion because of the children now.
I'm gonna kill him
I'm
because
going
of the
to
numbers.
kill them because of this fucking room.
What do the numbers mean?
Well, think of it this way: if Cosmo had explicitly stated that he was writing them down as they appeared, and
We
then
would have
Tog
known even less.
dispelled them, I would have just had to been like, ooh, okay, we gotta end the session here so I can figure something else out.
Or 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
God damn it! I hate that show so much.
So throw the owl at the mirror and see what the numbers
So
mean.
you see the owl. You see the owl go in, zoom into this chamber for a second, and then you see a jet of green light slam into the owl and just.
Okay, good to know. It's trapped.
Hey, I guess it would have been great to have Dispel Magic right now.
Yeah, Cos, would have been great.
But
What is it? What are you doing? What are you blaming me for?
I don't care now. I just
This
wanna
isn't
kill
my
things.
This isn't my fault.
I have a question.
Oh man!
If we
I'm
take
making
the
a-
mirror off the if we take the mirror off the wall now
Mhm.
and we move it, does the room, does it have the same image?
Yeah, and like as you move towards it, as you move through, you know how when you move around a mirror, you can see the reflection coming in from different angles. You can see different parts of the room, and as you take it down, you can see that on the opposite side of the room there is a
Child.
There is a gentleman wearing gold-plated armor, sitting in a chair. There are 4 children in the room on either side of the throne. There's 2 and 2. They have metal collars around their neck, and there are chains leading from the collar to the guy.
Do they look like? Do
Children,
3 of them
where
look
did he
like the
touch
kids
you?
that we know?
Does the man look amused, like he just saw a couple bumbling idiots sitting here for 2.5 hours
Yes.
trying to?
Yes, he does look amused.
Is he amused by the fact
I
an
go through the
owl?
portal.
Is there an owl in there now?
No,
No,
it's
the owl is
it
a bunch
blew
of
up.
feathers. It blew up.
All right, yep, that's
It's an owl.
okay.
It has a hit point. It blew up.
I'm gonna shout, "You motherfucker!" And I'm gonna make my
no,
way
you're not.
towards the mirror.
All right, you shout, "You motherfucker!" and Rebecca walks through the mirror.
I'm walking towards.
No, I'm holding.
Does anyone want to stop him? Her.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it up, ready for you to just evaporate on it.
All right, so you hold up the mirror, and Rebecca's going in.
Little did they know the button puzzle was how they turned against each other. So the next 5 hours
Okay,
we're
I just-
direct
I just
combat
came up
inside the
with this.
mansion.
Best name for this episode is going to be called Buttons of Doom.
What do the buttons mean, Mason? What do they mean?
I apologize, and I'm gonna have to tell you this right now because we're just about at the end of the session, and it's gonna come up anyway. I made that easier after I realized how rough it was going.
What? Okay.
The original puzzle was you had to do them in the reverse because of the mirror. You had to do them in the direction they appeared in the mirror.
Well, how did you expect us to get that without a visual aid? I couldn't even visualize it like with a content.
And then when I realized, I abandoned that after like 20 minutes. And I was just like, okay, all they have to do is put it in the correct the order that it appears, and it'll be fine. I was gonna do that but nobody at any point tried to touch the buttons multiple times, so it didn't.
Yeah,
really
it was
work out.
because the trap always fired like.
It was.
Well, it's because
always-
every time you said like the button thing, it was so slow for
Yeah,
like the first
you made it
hour.
like-
I thought the mage hand could only go that quick. I was like,
well, it was
click.
happening.
And I thought it was like
Click, and a couple
the
seconds
trap
later-
fired every time we got it wrong. That's kind of what my thinking was.
It did fire every time you got it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, when we held the number 1, it didn't work. When we pressed it, it didn't work. But, like, because we
There-
pressed it, it didn't
a
feel
good
like...
a good tip for the forward thinking of the next puzzle is maybe as a clue that you wouldn't have to give us the direct answer would be when we press the 1.
It doesn't
You say-
immediately fire the trap.
It didn't
takes an
immediately
extra-
fire the trap.
No. You didn't specifically call it. It takes an extra second to trigger. That would have said, "Hey, we're on the right path. We're getting it." One has to
I
be.
didn't say that. I said it goes.
No,
click
you
and-
didn't.
Yes, I did. I said it goes click, and then a couple seconds go by, and then the trap triggers.
Yeah,
Can
but
I
you
go
Ben,
back?
that's how you described every time we did that, though.
Yes, I
Can
know.
I
That
go-
was the clue that you had to hit the buttons multiple times.
Can I go back to verbally chewing out the asshole who's sitting in the chair of child slavery?
You can
You
yell
know
at
what?
it.
Actually,
his armor,
hold on
though.
a second. You're gonna. Yeah, I don't think we have the time. I think we just wasted that entire time on a
You
fucking.
guys, we got
trap.
15 minutes left of this session.
18 minutes left. Can we kill this guy in 18 minutes?
You motherfucker made me waste 2 hours sitting in a room pushing buttons. I'm pointing my finger at him, just shouting at him, hysterical.
You guys are hearing Rebecca's voice reverberating
Just
around
bellowing at this
the
guy
metal
angrily.
chamber that you're in.
It's her time of the month. It's okay.
I think we gotta call the session.
Perry, I will end you.
Don't forget, I'm not here next week.
Yeah, so
Well, I mean, honestly, what could you do in combat in your
can we at
current
least
condition?
get into the confrontation before we end, guys?
A lot. I'm still combat efficient.
Well,
Like I can still. I've still.
His
got,
spells
okay,
are
I've got-
unaffected.
No,
No.
they're not because we've wasted a lot on this house.
Yeah, a lot of spells went down on this room.
Hey, speak for yourselves. I'm still gold.
Rebecca
Oh, so
blew
am I.
her level
I'm
3
still gold.
spells.
Yeah, I still have my level 2 and level 1s, which are all the damage dealing spells. Most
I
of my
think we
damage dealing
should
spells
like
are there.
call it here.
No, I want to see this asshole's reaction to us finally getting.
No. Next week.
No.
Shh.
And that's where we're end it. You guys staring at this mirror with nothing but hatred and anger and frustration on your faces while he sits there in his throne, quietly laughing at you.
I just get the image that he's got like a wine glass that's like half empty. It's like he's got an aerator as well. He's airing out the wine. He's taking time to do it. He's just been sitting there. It's like this is fifth glass. And he's just
children.
And that's where we're ending.
I mean, we just took a break 2 minutes before the end.
Yeah.
Well, I think I needed it. I needed to go and look in the mirror.
Like I said, I'm not killing him because of the mass murder of children.
Oh man!
I'm not killing him because of now him using child slavery.
I think Ben learned something for GM this time. Visual aids are a must.
Okay, you say that, but it didn't help you guys at all once I actually
No, it
gave
did.
to you.
I would have never gotten that. I would have never gotten that if I didn't.
You did.
If I didn't
though.
see
Perry
them.
did. What I put.
Anyway, we will see you sometime soon, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed this grueling episode
Oh my
of
God.
Dungeons and Dragons with this pile of fuckwits. We will be back another time, and yeah, goodbye from us.
Goodbye, everybody.